Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm sharing a link everywhere. I'll be right with you. I hate to hear that, sister doll. Hope everything works out.
To think about when you're born into a fire, let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wait.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Let's this timer run out, and then we'll hit the change my headphones over here. Then we'll hit the intro. What do you say? Oh, I got a little bit of an update for you. I know there's a lot of people. We're gonna do it at the start. Some people will miss it, but I know there's a lot of people that that had issues with the way the Rhino thing was going and different things. Rhino, of course, passed away. David Rogers. I'll give you a quick update on that. I did get a little bit more information today. Seems like maybe it'll be going better. But let's roll the intro.
Hey Daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is Cold Beer Confessional. That was Linda Binda. We've been following her, Linda Binda, for a while. She does the Jupiter stuff, but you can find her on TikTok, YouTube, Cameo. You can check her out. That's a cameo someone bought for me for the intro for the show. Thank you guys for joining us. Welcome. It is, what is today? Tuesday the 14th. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Put my phone up to charge. I told you guys I had an update kind of for Rhino. Someone reached out to me and gave me a little bit of an update. Now, if you don't know what's going on, Rhino passed away. It's been kind of hard to find his, apparently kind of hard, or that's the claim, to find his next of kin. So we heard, basically, a group of people asked me and said, we heard that this happened, that Rhino passed away. We don't know why they're not telling anybody. We don't know why this person, Kathy H, is in charge of like all of this. She's not a family member. We were told not to tell anybody about Rhino passing away, specifically you or his wife, which was very weird. So they asked me to do a show to at least put the information out there. Now, I could be wrong. I just told him I would. I could be wrong about all this. You know, hell, it could be all a big setup to be like, oh, I can't believe you believe that. I don't know. But he did sound pretty rough on his live stream last time he was live. And I do personally believe he passed away. And there's been people that have verified this by talking to hotel staff. He was staying at the hotel at the time. You guys know he was living in his car for a while. He was staying at this Nakano Lodge at the time. They've talked to hotel staff. They've spoke to the coroner. And apparently someone has spoke to, I guess it's like coroner medical examiner that works like at the funeral home. Whatever you would call that. They said that he had been dead for around 24 hours or something. They found him on a Thursday, so that means he actually passed away on a Wednesday, and they believe it was of a heart attack because the enzyme that they found in his bloodstream. So that had been on the 8th or something like that. Now, this person believed that there was a lot of stuff going on. First of all, the community hadn't been notified. Second of all, only an elite group of people knew about it. They were told not to tell anybody at all. This all seemed very strange to them, especially telling me or like trying to contact his wife. If you don't know the story about Rhino, he has a Filipino wife that it does sound like a really weird story. They raised money for her after a tsunami one time. But what was weird about it is that he said they had been married for like 4 years, but he hadn't seen her in 3 years. Or no, they'd been married for 4 years, but he hadn't seen her in 4 years. He did not take the COVID vaccine. So he couldn't go to the Philippines to see her, and he seemed to be struggling financially as well, kind of like the rest of us. So it was just very strange. So they contacted me and asked me to do a show about it. I did a show. I've since heard back from them. Let me make sure. Is Rumble working? Hold on just a second. Yeah. Okay. Rumble seems to be working. I've since heard back from this group of people that contacted me to begin with. And what they said was, well, here, I'll just go in here and I'll so I don't mess anything up here. So as of today, said just wanted to let you know they had contacted Rhino's sister-in-law, the real one, and they verified that it was the real one, and they spoke to her. They did confirm that he was, he had served in the military. He was a Marine. Apparently, he was, from what I remember Rhino telling stories about, apparently he was a crew member on a helicopter. Now, from what I know from my brother-in-law, I was never in the Marine Corps. I was in the Army. But from what I know of my brother-in-law, the maintainers in the Marine Corps, the maintainers are also the flight crew. So, like, he was a Huey repairman. He was a Huey maintainer. My brother-in-law was. But he was also the door gunner. So, like, they have like big maintenance shops where, like, it goes down, they do like an engine rebuild or whatever. But, like, the people who, like, maintain it are also the flight crew a lot of the times. So he ended up coming up through maintenance, but he was also a crew chief on a Huey. So I'm assuming his MOS or whatever they call it over there was something to do with helicopter maintenance or helicopter repair. Anyways, he did confirm that he had served in the military. He's a Marine. We don't really know. We don't know what's next, but we gave her the coroner's number, and then she said when she decides she will contact us back and let us know what's happened. There were apparently, according to this, there were a bunch of people on this conference call that happened. And what was weird about this supposed conference call that happened is they were told that Jeff B, you guys remember Jeff B, Kathy H said that Jeff B was put in charge of Rhino's military funeral to make sure everything happened, and he had a military funeral. But then Jeff B just commented on one of my videos and said, has anyone been able to find out what funeral home was in charge of the body? I would like to contact them to make sure all the costs have been met, which is nice of Jeff. And I'll give him the information I have about the funeral home. I don't want to just put it out public because I'm not even sure if it's accurate. It seems to be accurate. I don't want to put it out public and then maybe somebody get in and harass the funeral home or call and make jokes or something. It's not the time for that. But apparently Kathy H told people that Jeff B was in charge of Rhino's military funeral. And then Jeff B asked me, hey, does anybody know what the funeral home is? So that doesn't make much sense. Anyways, apparently Kathy H is still saying that she's going to be the one who gets all his belongings and takes care of everything, gets his cell phone, his wallet, and stuff like that. And they're still doing private donations. If you didn't see my screenshots I shared on my YouTube community page, basically Kathy H made a post with my video, shared my video, and said, we are not doing a fundraiser. But then almost instantly she was called out by the person saying, well, we are doing a fundraiser, but it's just private. We're not doing it publicly. So they are raising funds, but they're just not announcing it apparently, and now they're mad that I announced it. I don't know. I'll give Jeff the information. He can do with it whatever he wants. If he just emails me, or if he sees this, send me an email to coldbeerconfess@gmail.com. That's the same comment I left under your comment. You're more than welcome to send me an email, and I'll give you the information that I have. But Kathy H is still claiming that, she's taking care of this and she's going to be getting Rhino's stuff. But what seems even weirder with that is this person that contacted me has personally talked to the coroner. So they talked to the coroner. They have their name, their number.
Rebel just resubscribed for 18 months.
Oh, thank you for the resubscription.
Waving heart, kissing face.
And this makes more sense to me. But this person talked to the coroner. They have their name, they have their number, and the coroner today assured them there was no possible way that anyone would get his belongings or claim him or make decisions for him without being a family member. Which is what makes sense to me. You probably have to prove. You probably have to prove that you're a family member, right? Like, you can't just go claiming bodies, even if you know their name and stuff. You could have just found that out in the paper or by word of mouth or whatever. So the coroner did that. So I don't even know what they're raising money for now, because this person was the first person to contact the sister-in-law. And if Kathy H hasn't contacted the brother and sister-in-law and she's doing a fundraiser that no one asked her to do, I don't know. That's all weird. I just hope it gets settled, and I want to make sure it's done publicly where people know what's up. Will people see that these are the people that are in charge of this? These are the people that are saying they're not doing a fundraiser, but they are doing a fundraiser. These are the people that are on conference calls claiming that they're in charge of military funerals and arrangements and claiming his belongings, but actually aren't. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I was also reminded, just so you know, these are the exact same people who pulled the Jeff B's been shot bullshit. They all knew when they tried to set you up. So that was just a reminder. So anyways, the sister-in-law knows, which means the brother knows. So there's family members that know now, and hopefully they'll take care of it. I don't know what the fuck Kathy H is doing. I mean, a best case scenario, if she hasn't talked to the brother or sister-in-law, she's doing this of her own volition, raising money, and she plans on giving it to them as a surprise. Worst case scenario, she didn't ask them, they don't want it, they don't need it, and she's doing this of her own. We all know how Kathy H is, okay? The hurricane hits Florida. Suddenly she's running around with the Coast Guard and the Army and 2 generals looking for a missing sailboat. Like she likes to make up bullshit, so it seems like she has some type of power. She's done it the whole time. She claims she's talking to General Flynn, but not really talking to General Flynn. She actually talks to General Flynn's confidant, who knew him for 10 years, who she talks to, who tells her that General Flynn sent her a winky face or some shit. It's just weird. It's all weird. So who knows? But don't get tangled up in that. I mean, at the last few times I talked about Rhino, we were fine. We got along. I liked Rhino when he wasn't threatening to kill my family, but we were good towards the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no ill will against him or whatever. So I hope his final decisions get made by someone who loved him and cared for him, his family members, rather than this crazy lady. So hopefully that all works out. But it's not my can I'm kicking down the road. I'm just saying, hey, there's a can. It's being kicked. Why aren't people talking about it? Everybody should know about this can. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I hope you feel better, Popper. So Travis, the only thing I've heard about Travis is I guess Travis is going to be part of the big memorial show that they're waiting to do and blah, blah, whatever that is. Which I'm sure they're going to say we're not fundraising, but people will be in the chat saying, well, where do I send funds to? And then Kathy H will be there being like, well, it's a private fundraiser or whatever. It's all very, very, very strange. But again, it's not my can to kick down the road. Instead, I'm just saying, hey, this really, really suspicious kicking of the can is happening, and I think everybody should see it, kind of deal. So that's up to you what you want to take away from it. And I've heard all this knowledge secondhand. I trust the person. I trust they did what they said, like calling the coroner and talking to the hotel room. So I'm not trying to say they're not trustworthy. I trust them in that regard. So I feel like there may be some shady stuff going on with it, but that's up to you to decide. I'm not getting in here and trying to make the arrangements myself or anything. I just think that there seems to be something going on there, whatever that might be. And I'm glad his family's been notified. A lot of people asked me, or a lot of people commented on the last one, like, oh my God, no one's told his family, no one's done this, no one's done that. And I've like, as if it was my place to do it. Again, I'm not in it, but I am glad his family was contacted, basically. I'm glad that someone got a hold of his family, someone talked to him, someone made sure it was actually his sister-in-law, brother, or whatever, and talked to them. That's the update on Rhino. Sorry to start off with bad news, but I know a lot of people don't watch the whole video. I wanted to at least lead off with it. That way people knew. Now let's see this. I had to buy a switch. My water heater, or the water heater on our camper, is electric and propane. And about a year ago, probably, the electric couldn't work, and I was just like, fuck it, we just use the propane, which uses more propane, right? But one thing I noticed is I guess the propane's probably not as quick as the electric, or maybe it's the propane isn't as quick as electric and propane, that's for sure. So I started testing stuff, trying to fix it the other day, and it's got 2 switches on it. It's got one on the inside and one on the outside on the actual water heater. It's got a switch, and I guess that switch just burned up, so I ordered a switch to fix that. I also received, I don't know why that popped in my head, but there you go. There's a little tidbit. I also received this, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, this was, this came from a guy named, first of all, Mr. Thomas Mullen has been checking in different things. He checked in the other day just to say that in Britain, we tax our cars, motorbikes. It's $130 a year. Remember we were talking about paying taxes each year on your cars or just once? They said it's $130 a year plus insurance. So it ends up being between 200 and 500, I'm sorry, pound or euros. Between 200 and 500 euros. And all vehicles have to be MOTD'd, like an inspection, every year to make sure they're like roadworthy. So that was the update we were waiting for across the seas. But he said it might be expensive, but they get free healthcare and free prescriptions, which probably a good trade-off, is what I told him. Also, somebody made this for us. This is the guy. I think some of you know that his name is John or Johnny, but his user account is not the Australian Johnny. This is Border Collies Are the Best. Border Collies Are the Best. You guys have probably seen his username before. He actually sent me something pretty fucking amazing that I'm pretty excited about to play for you guys. It's a video, so let me grab it. I got to put on my best announcer's voice. And here we go. Oh, that's the one without sound. Hold on.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg.
All right, here we go. Let's start it over. This is the one with sound.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg present
a timeless story about words that are like other words. The Last Theosaurus. Coming soon. Promptly, shortly, speedily, forthwith. Any minute now. Tell me that's not funny as shit. He sent it to me without sound once, and I was like, hey, man, can you throw some... it was supposed to have audio. With audio, it'd be awesome. That's pretty fucking good. That's funny. Coming soon. Imminently. Speedily. Forthwith. I'm going to play it again.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg present
The Last Theosaurus. Forthwith. Any minute now. That's pretty good. That's pretty... I need to... hold on just a second. I need to group a couple things together. Where's my group? Okay. So I want to do shift...
Karen
I want to do
1672 just resubscribed for 17 months. Lurking haha.
Lurking haha. Thank you very much for the subscription. That's 17 months. Thank you for that. That's a long time. You're almost at a year and a half, which is wild. So I should be able to turn this on, and then be able to turn it all off at once. Okay. Yeah, I can turn it all off at once. All right. Whenever I need to pull down the chat again, I can do it all at once now. That's very good. Thank you very much for that. The movie clip intro. I did notice, so apparently I've been found out. I was over here, thought I was over here talking secret shit on a secret corner of the secret internet. But I guess not. I've been found out. They found me. And that comes to us from this video clip.
You'd think because we all went through it, we'd be well versed to like give.
I'll start
to
it over in just a
something
second.
that's
Let me
like
move it.
that would make it okay, but like
They're just trying to move the one window and everything.
You're lost. You know, we got nothing, even though we'd experienced the same things. It's just like one of those things where you just say,
I think it's somewhere around here.
Smelly Pants says, "What's up?" You know, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I get this big waft of stank come over the podcast
I
studio.
think I was on Kick when I did this show. I thought I was over here hiding, and look where we're at now. Now they all know about
Look
it.
down, and of course, it's Smelly Pants, the one, the only Smelly Pants. Smelly Pants has subbed. So thank you, Smelly Pants. Appreciate you. Where Eli? Eli, I believe
Might have actually been before this. Hold on.
Right now, PM. If you're checking the you all here right now, I'm gonna for tonight. So links are in the description. So you know,
It was definitely when the NF
the
was
chat. Say hello to everybody.
at some
Few
point.
minutes.
Here, maybe here. Who's Smelly Pants? Is that one of you guys? I don't mind the music. It's I'm not into like screaming, screaming music unless it's something I just like singular songs I like. That style, but
Actions,
I don't
not
like this
distractions.
music.
What's up? Dr. J Banana says sub. Hang on. You know what?
Yeah, a lot of states have vehicle inspections. I would say probably a majority of states have vehicle inspections. Tennessee doesn't, though.
What's up, Actions? Thank you, Dr. J Banana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. J Banana. Here's our little snitch. Here's our little snitch right here, a Dr. J Banana. Some states are also more thorough on their inspections. Like you can't have a single check engine light. You can't have like traction control. You can't have no lights on the dash. Others are more laxed. As long as you meet like safety features, that's it. Some of them involve emissions. Some of them don't. Dr. J Banana's our little snitch right here. That's what's going on. The old blue hair, blue balls.
For
snitch.
subbing. Actions, not distractions. Did you sub? Did you sub? I'm looking at you. You, right there. I'm looking at you. You sub? Go on and sub to it. Appreciate you.
I do like his studio.
We'll
I
see
like
you
his
there in a little
studio
bit.
as well. Man, I'm seriously thinking about getting rid of my green screen. Or maybe I thought about making a pull down green screen. I'll just use a green screen rope so you can't see it in the background anyways. And then I could pull it down like when I need the green screen, like from behind me. They have motorized ones, but I don't think I can afford that. But I could just use one from the ceiling that like pulls down when I need it, and then get a cool studio in the background. No inspections in Florida. That's cool. Oh, I should say that. So Desert Doxy says parts of Arizona inspection. Thank goodness my part of Arizona doesn't. I should say that. Both Nashville and Memphis, which are cities that lean a lot further left, both of those cities or counties or whatever they're in, those two places have individual vehicle inspections if you live in those areas, but not the greater part of Tennessee. It's not a state requirement. It's a city or county requirement. I can't remember. Dr. J Benedict.
Likely. Oh, wait. Car Scar. Likely. Likey or likely. I don't know. How you doing, Car Scar? There's 5 of y'all. No. You sub to the Nothing Funny show. Actions, not distractions. And if you did, my apologies. Smelly Pants. Smelly Pants says, what's up? You know, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden I get this big. So, thank you. So, how are you all doing on there?
It's coming, I promise.
Eli might make an appearance and
Lee Harvey
we'll see.
Banana.
We'll find
That
out.
makes sense.
You'll have to.
Lee Harvey Bananas.
Hope y'all enjoying the music. This is my old band, Enter the Crown. Smelly Pants
Oh, that's
says,
his
don't
band.
need
I didn't
him.
even know that.
God damn. Maybe if you weren't mean,
Where's that?
did you see Cold Beer shout
Oh, there it
out?
is.
I guess Smelly can go either way, right? It could be a good thing or a bad thing. So I don't know. Never mind. Keep on keeping on. Did you see Cold Beer shout out, Josh? I did not.
No.
I did not. Can you
Oh,
link me?
no.
Maybe I'll pull it up here real quick.
Oh, no. Now, he says he didn't see it. Can you link it? Maybe I'll pull it up. Guess who gives him all the information to find the clip? Basically, Wilkes Banana Booth. Guess who gives him all the information? All the information to find the clip. Benedict Arnold. Banana Dick Arnold.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, pull it up. A link. I don't know. Can you put a link in the chat? I don't know if you can. I didn't see cold beers. How about this? When was it? Maybe I'll go peruse the interwebs and find it.
Hashtag whistleblower. That's right.
That's awesome. Cold beer is a good man. I love cold beer. And I love cold beer.
We were over here hiding.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win
and
for
she
everybody.
just fucking said, you don't see those motherfuckers over there hiding?
Back to the screen.
Yeah, I don't know that I can watch a video. I hate watching my own content, but I know it's coming. I just want to see what clip they got, I guess. He even says, thanks, Dr. J Banana. Basically, he was given a suspect lineup, and he's like, oh, that one right there, Dr. J Banana. That's who did it. That's who did it right there. And there's an Eli comment to this.
Hey, there we go.
So their show is on right now. It's the Nothing Funny podcast. It's the I did shout them out. I said you should go check it out. It seemed like they were having fun. I can't have a co-host. You know that was the. It's got to be that clip. But I don't remember what I said about Eli on it.
Is the link?
You guys don't like Banana Dick Arnold?
This is the link.
Jay Wilkes Banana Booth. Lee Harvey Banana. Banana
This
Wall.
is like Inception right now, Smelly Pants. This is the link. You are the link. You can go watch. It will. Haiku. I've been practicing.
Sounds like the
will just
music
be
at
my
GameStop.
If you 9 haven't yet, go as it goes. At their actions. Thank you, Dr. J. Appreciate that. Yeah.
What?
Rest in. Gotta get me shots. I'll be back. Oh boy. Oh yeah. We're all having some shots tonight. Their actions. Thank you, Dr. J. Appreciate that. Yeah. Rest in peace, indeed. For that would make it out. You can't just Tuesday night. So if you haven't subbed, please go sub. I'll be
That's your alternate accounts. Smelly Pants.
taking some shots in a minute.
Smelly Pants.
That's for damn sure.
Smelly
All right,
Pants.
back to the screen.
It's not your fault.
I'm working on prep. That's why I don't want to be looking down like
What
this.
are they feeding you?
Oh, what? Maybe picking my nose or something. Exactly, Dr. J. Nothing
Damn, you're very active over there, Dr. J.
can fix that weird loneliness. And like,
Dr. J can't have Smelly Pants. She's a chaps girl.
we all go through it, and you would just think there'd be
You the only person commenting here? Dr. J and your alter ego Smelly Pants?
something there that you could relate to easily and just be like, but there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing makes anything better. Let's see. Smelly Pants
Smelly Pants is Travis in real life.
is the title. It's all over now, and the shout out starts at 1 hour
Dr.
20
J.
30 seconds. No,
Oh no.
I'll just stand up like a god damn it.
My eyes are closed already. It's got to be bad.
Okay, that's it.
Press K to play. .org, .edu, .gov, .live, .whatever. Domain extension.
Deceive anybody.
Let's see.
I just want to bring hope.
This is either
Yeah.
an Eli bash or a cold beer
Sometimes
legit
Oh no, they called it already.
shout out.
I doubt
Good
it.
night.
So I thought I was hiding. She told us she was wrong by going to the county fair with an okay, I can't stand my own voice. Something kind of interesting here. So you guys know
Incoming Dono clip.
Sir Synonym, right? That would be Eli the Pathetic Patriot. Well, his former, you guys know
Incoming Dono clip.
Sir Synonym, right? That would be Eli the Pathetic Patriot. Well, his former co-host, I guess, started a new show. And I watched a portion of it. I'll play a dono clip in just a second. I watched a portion of it. It was all right. It was him and a couple buddies. He used to co-host with Eli, I guess. But if anybody in that relationship has kind of fucked around.
Wilbur, this is Ramesh. Her flute playing reminds me of when cats are getting waterboarded. It's a terrible, terrible sound.
How do you know what cats waterboarding sound like? That was Ramesh.
How do you not know what a cat being waterboarded sounds like?
Thank you for the donation and support.
So,
when I first met Josh and Eli, Sage wanted to have Josh on the show, okay, but not Eli. And Eli got mad about it. And before we even invited him, Eli had quit the show. He had told people he was going nowhere. He didn't want to be part of it.
Yeah, he's quit. He quit.
Hold on just a second. He didn't want to be part of it. He was leaving the show, and he was going to either quit YouTube or do his own thing or whatever it might be, okay? And as soon as Josh came on with me and Sage, and we did like an interview of him, or whatever, they went over 1,000 subscribers, then Eli calls back and apologizes. Like, I want to be back on the show, bro. I want to be back on the show. And they did it for a little bit. Well, then the next thing that happens that I notice around the Pathetic Patriot is Ryan Upchurch shares one of his videos that supports him. So he gets all these views on these videos and a bunch of subscribers on his Pathetic Patriot channel. He quit twice. That was the update. Immediately talks about leaving the show that he co-hosts again immediately. And then everything he tags with hashtag Upchurch, hashtag Creek Squad, hashtag this, he's just basically that's probably what turned me off the most against Eli is how much he fucking pandered just because he got a few views. Then he's making TikTok saying, "Oh my God, dreams do come true. My YouTube channel's blowing up." And I told him at the time, you don't want someone else's audience. I've told a bunch of people this. People are like, "Well, you could send a couple hundred people to watch me." You don't want someone else's audience because as soon as you have a different opinion than that person, or as soon as that person,
I just want to real quick. He's totally right, and that's what when you do I don't want to say we were trying to do a political only show, but that's kind of what was going on. And depending on the opinion you make or the opinions you disagree with, you're going to get someone else's audience, so to speak. You're going to get the right leaning audience. You're going to get the left leaning audience. So that's always just a trap.
Sure.
That is when it comes to.
And when let's say that Ryan Upchurch gave me his audience. As soon as I say, there's music playing in the background and I'm like, oh, I hate that music. And it happens to be someone that Ryan Upchurch told his audience to like half of them's going to fucking leave. Like it's not good to get someone else's audience. It's all right if someone shares your video and it's like, hey, this video is pretty good. That's one thing. But this like mob mentality where we're like, we're going to show them who Creek Squad is. We'll all go over there and watch. People just don't like it. I've told many people this. I've told Eli this. I've told other people around me this. I told Sage this when me and Sage first got together. I was like, you don't, like, some of my audience may naturally break off and enjoy your content, blah, 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 but you don't want me sending my audience over there all the time because the minute we have a disagreement or the minute you go somewhere else or the minute something else happens, they're not loyal to you. They're loyal to me. So what happens is they're all going to either defend me or defend my position or they're all going to leave. So it's fine if people like float around and watch shows and like multiple shows, but especially when we're doing like these hot takes or like strong opinions, we're not always going to agree. And I don't want my people over there like starting shit and being like just because they agree with me or whatever. Like that's going to be weird.
Opinions, it's hard to avoid. But, I literally had a brain fart. That was awesome. I never had a brain fart in a long time. Let's
You got hacked and no longer endorses you, or as soon as that person, or as soon as people are no longer interested in you, you lose all your audience. So I would rather have my audience that watches me than thousands and thousands of people that someone sent to watch me until we have two different opinions and they disappear, right? It just doesn't make sense. But he hopped on that bandwagon, he endorsed it as hard as he could, and now he's living in this realm where like, oh, yeah, I kind of play into it, but what was I supposed to do? I was just thankful. That's all I was doing was just trying to show gratitude. And the people came and then they didn't come, and I was just, no, you weren't. You were literally trying to milk it all for views the best you could. So now his former co-host, which you actually see in the chat sometimes, is they used to run a show stuck in the middle. There's like a new show. I don't know if they're still doing the old show or not, but it's Josh. He started a new show, a new series with his friends. It's called Nothing Funny. You can check it out on YouTube or Rumble. Is it called Nothing Funny?
It is.
Right?
It is. Yeah,
but anyways, it's a decent show. It's like some friends having fun and talking about topics.
Thank you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We're getting there.
The part of it I watched, I didn't get to watch it all, but I enjoyed the portion of it that I saw. I would like to have a co-host at a time. I'm just not good with a co-host, but I would like to have a co-host about stuff. And it's
that's so he's totally right. We did the first episode on the Stuck at Night channel, but if you go in the links, you go in the description, you can see all the new links and the Nothing Funny show.
Okay, so they do have a different I'll drop this link. Copy link address. This is the Nothing Funny Show. It looks like it's youtube.com/@nothingfunnyshow. Actually, that's a link for a video. Let me just grab the link for just their channel. I think that should do it. Hold on. I like Josh. I think Josh is very funny. I think he's pretty charismatic. I think he's a decent host or co-host. A lot of you guys don't know this, but at one time, I had messaged him to ask him if he and I, if he wanted to do something with me maybe once a week. Like I was very busy because I was doing streams, still am, 7 days a week. But I thought maybe one day a week, me and him could do something together. I like when he brings the show. I like that he knows what he's doing already with like streaming. He's a pretty funny guy a lot of times. He's a decent host, but I think he's a really good co-host too. just to bounce stuff back and forth with, and he's never just sitting there quiet with nothing to say, like he's bored. I fucking hate that. He's always got something to say on the topic, or change the topic, or something to bring up of his own. I like Josh. It's Eli that was the the shitty part of that equation, I think.
Show, what's up, Steve? You can see the new Nothing Funny Show YouTube and the new Nothing Funny Show Rumble.
I don't think he rarely breaks into a made up shitty fucking New York accent. Hey, you guys, I was just Creek Squadding. Funny episode 1. And I'm assuming, from what I've heard from the people who sent me this link, that Eli got very upset about it. Very upset. That his former co-host, who he tried to leave holding the shitty end of a stick multiple times, has now got a new co-host. We'll see.
I'm gonna stop that there. Maybe this is something we can explore a little more on the actual live show. But
there we go.
You have a show going for a while, it just makes you stronger, I guess. I don't stuff like that. It's very nice of you. Yeah, it's when you have a show going for a while, or set up. But thank you, Will. Thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you,
man. Yeah, I like Josh a lot. Give Josh a view if you think you'd be interested in it. It's him and a couple of his friends doing a show where they're just talking about topics and different things. Everything from like their day going on to like stuff in the news and different things. It seems like all right. And I like Josh a lot. So I think most of my audience would probably enjoy his content. He seems like a funny guy. It's on right now if you want to leave and just go there.
So
I guess.
When you have a show going for a while and then you got to kind of start all over again, start back at square one, it's a bummer. It's a bummer to start over.
Back when I was Creek Squad.
Makes you stronger, I guess, and blah, blah, blah. But the fact that, you got people like Will out there kind of helping shout out the show and stuff like that, saying he enjoyed it, that goes a long way. So I can't thank him enough for that.
And I didn't plan any of this. I haven't talked to Josh since that one time. I was like, oh, what happened with the show? It's not like he said no or anything. He said, yeah, I'd probably be interested in that. Just let me know more about it. And then I just had life happened. Everything got.
728 just gifted 10
oh, thank you very much. 10 gifted subs from Patty. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Patty 0728. I figured you'd be Patty 5150. But thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. But yeah, I haven't talked to Josh since then. When I asked him to do a show with me, I was planning on it. But man, I still feel like I just got so much fucking on top of me that I can't see the light sometimes. I know there's been people that contact me through email that I haven't got back to, and people that have fucking text the show line that I haven't got back to. I don't know. I feel like I'm being crushed.
That's very cool of him to even bring it up. Yeah, he had no reason to do that. And the fact that he did, I thank you so much. And definitely gonna hop in your chat, man. Been kind of busy lately, but it's not, I haven't been in because I've been busy at my point. So awkward. Yes, Dr. J. Yes, Smelly Pants. Thank you for sharing that. That was actually a very nice shout out. Wow. Yeah. With that said, I'm gonna leave the rest of the talking and the good feels for about 2 hours from now. So thank you for hanging out and enjoying this.
So there you go. And then we get from that we get an Eli response. So Sir Synonym, the last Theosaurus, leaves us a comment. Oh, I left a comment and it said, and here I was hiding. You found me. But Eli says, I don't know how much more I can own up for those 4 months, more than I have, and calling myself out for it. I recognize I didn't handle all the attention that came so quick well. The stain is there, but I can only move forward. I can only keep my eyes forward and take away what I learned from all of this. So that's Eli's comment. Very, 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 very intriguing, I guess. I guess I didn't say he's still doing it, but that was my major turnoff. The first time we met him I told you guys he was dropping his link like crazy. Like one of his co-hosts of the show was on our show being interviewed. Our mods were dropping the link already. And then he comes in and starts putting the link in there like every 30 seconds. I'm on the show too. Check this out. Yeah, it's this show. Here's the link. We're already handling. That was just too much for me. And then I tried to be nice, tried to talk to him. I think we've had a couple email exchanges and stuff. When we were back on the Cantina crowd thing, the Cantina arc was a good arc. Her and with the guy with the golf ball on his head or whatever. But anyways, he had dated her and he'd emailed me a couple times about that. They were a throuple, or I don't know. Him, Cantina, and a thesaurus were all together. And we had emailed I tried really hard. Even when my audience got like fucking freaked out over the piss bottles on his fucking, I was like, leave him alone. I even tried to calm my audience down a couple times saying, he's trying his best. We can leave him alone. But the more he fucking spoke, man, the more I wanted to fucking strangle him. Then he started talking shit about like, what was the thing he said? He was going to stab somebody. They picked somebody up. He was in the back seat, ready to stab him. But then he decided, oh no, not today, because he was all high on some type of drug. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Shit was weird. And every time he talks, I just fucking hate him more. Speaking of every time you talk, I hate you more. What the fuck? Why can't I pass this? Pick the bear. That looks like a bear, right? This is the fourth time I've taken this CAPTCHA thing. Why can't I win? Because one of them's koala bear, not a real bear. So they put a teddy bear and a koala bear on the same one. And they say, pick the bear. And then I have to do it 5 fucking times. And then it says, that's not quite right. The fuck? Gonna piss me off. Anyways, that was for my to log into my security camera. I had God damn it! It says verify again. What's going on here? We're about to have a whole show of me just trying to pick the bear out of the lineup here. Is a koala bear not a bear? What is it? Seems like a bear. Okay, it finally let me log in. Jesus Christ. Was that even worth it? I doubt it. Eli said on his stream he must have lost his thesaurus. Oh no, is Eli live? The pathetic patriot. Oh, 7 minutes ago. It's only 20 minutes. Let's see what he had to say. He probably had to make a statement or a speech or give us a stern talking to or communicate his feelings to his family or his friends or his lovers or his viewers or the people that watch him the most or hashtag Creek Squad or the people that surround him with love and attention and letters from their comments. You know, who knows?
Oh, this is too good. I can't believe actually what literally just happened. I didn't hit the live button, and sometimes I want to do that whole natural stream of consciousness, and I'll close my eyes. So I just did a half-hour monologue into a phone without the damn live button being hit. Fantastic. Let's see if I can recap now. Truly, and what's up, Maxwell?
That sounds pretty good. That's channeling your inner thesaurus.
What's up? Actions, not distraction, Mr. President. White Dragon, hello. Much welcomes. This is pretty wild. I don't know if I can recant every single word, but okay, I'm gonna really try.
Dr. J. Shitty Pants.
Damn it. When you do the first take...
How lucky. Fortuitous. Propitious? Is that how you say it? Propitious? Propitious? I don't even know that word.
John Dugan just resubscribed for 10 months.
Thank you, John Dugan. Appreciate it.
I don't do takes, I do live. Now this feels like completely unnatural, but you know what, going with the whole theme here, you're gonna, okay, here's how I started it. Surprise, okay? You're going to, at some point, upset somebody. You're going to make a mistake. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in life, especially if you happen to hit a live button and put yourself out there as a public figure, go on social media, you make yourself very vulnerable. The more that you expose yourself, you're absolutely going to do things that you don't, in the time it's happening, realize that it's wrong or it's a mistake. But what I made, I think, very clear throughout, it's been almost over a year this channel has existed, and I've done my apology tour. I've made amends as much as humanly possible. I'm not doing the apology tour stuff anymore. I've made where I stand clear.
I don't want... Here's what's weird. I don't like his wavering now. That makes me hate him more. Like, I don't want an apology. The reason I don't like you is because the actions you took, and I know that's the type of person you are now. That you might get 4,000 views and start screaming, dreams do come true. Let me make 14 videos all with hashtag Creek Squad on them. This guy I just fucking found out about. Now, obviously, I'm part of his fan club, may even be the president. But now that you're wavering on it, it's like, I apologize, and I can't apologize anymore, and it makes me hate you more. But I don't think it's a mistake you made. I think it's who you are, and I just don't like it. I don't have to like you though. That you don't have to care. It's just my opinion.
I've had all the falling outs that were necessary. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be the villain to somebody. You're going to hit somebody or the wrong way or take somebody. Something's going to happen along the line because this entire freestyle of life is not a perfect script that we get to follow. In a freestyle, mistakes are going to happen. You have to be able to forgive yourself. What good is it going to do if anybody wants to focus on, the time in your life that you were your best self?
He used to come into my chat, and then he emailed me one time and said that he didn't think that my chat liked him, and I'm like, you just kind of got to have a stiff upper lip, My chat's kind of rough around the edges. Sometimes they do this. Sometimes they, lash out. Sometimes they make jokes. You just kind of got to roll with it. The worst you could do is act like you got mad, or let it know that it affected you, or let them know that it made you upset. That's the worst thing you can do, because they're just going to latch onto that. And that's true with all of the internet, right? If you let somebody know that something bothers you, that's what they're going to come at you with. But then he said they were mean and he wouldn't be back in my chat. So I guess he went a different way.
Hold yourself accountable, publicly state, where you jammed up, which is something I did for quite some time. And, I'm kind of past that portion. Right now, I want to kind of just make clear before I get back into the rant, as a result of my mother's condition, not only the psychological, also some of the physical, like CPAP machine, like breathing and getting her around to the.
I hope his mom
is the third one, getting her to the.
I hope his mom does well or whatever. I'm not that fucking heartless. Like, I hope your mom does well and recovers, or whatever you need to be done. I hope it works out.
This has become the priority, and this is priorities have a way of making you recognize.
We do smell tears. That's right. We can desalinate those motherfuckers. Dry out that salty shit.
As what's most important in life always, and as a result, I'm just not going to be able to dedicate all the time I wish I could to being on here more, or all the time. By God, I wish I could be co-hosting with Josh a hell of a lot more. But I still have to navigate through this very kind of terrifying, very unfamiliar ground.
So apparently their co-host show still exists where they're both on it. Because he said, I wish I could be doing it more. It's weird he finds all these times for these live streams to 9 people, but he can't find the time to co-host the show. I don't know.
Which is just kind of like my mother's in a place where she's talking a lot about the the end, and I don't believe that that's where we need to be focusing. I think right.
I thought I have no idea about this. I don't know your mom or her health records or whatever. I thought it was just that she was having, I guess, something to do with dementia, and she was talking to famous people on Telegram. Now she's at the end of her life. That's awful. I mean, I hope everything works out.
She is my priority. She gave me life. She's my mother, and that's where a lot of my energy and time is going to go. My brother, my sister-in-law, they have left. They were here. It was amazing. It was a great help. I talked about that in the last rant or live. But the whole back to the thing.
Yeah, he's very jealous of the new shows.
Bad things are going to happen. Bad from the perspective of you. Like, and I guess speaking for no one but myself, there are plenty of things, many things that I've atoned for. Not everybody's going to see that story arc or are going to care about that. Some people want to hold on to the negative aspect that can feed toxicity. Or it's okay. People are not meant to like anybody. You're going to be disliked by somebody you respect or enjoy as a friend or whatever the case. And it's on you to have, out of a sake of evolution, especially on YouTube of all places or in life, you have to grow that thick skin. Because you're going to face and hear everything and anything under the sun, and a lot of it's going to be deserved. Deserved? That didn't sound right. I lost my thesaurus today, but you're going to deserve some of the things that come at you. Because, and when I say you, I mean me. There were times when I was blinded and had no idea what was going on. It was so fast and so insane, and I really, but that's the story arc, so to speak, that I've already went on my tour, and I'm pretty tired of the.
I think when someone like. Here's the appropriate way I think that someone that I would probably get along with or enjoy their company or their content or them as a person would do. If someone huge like Ryan Upchurch comes into chat and you're like, hey, there's Ryan Upchurch. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Whatever. And go on with your life. You may even be able to be like, I don't want to make a video about Ryan Upchurch doing something wrong, because, he kind of shouted me out once. That would even be okay with me. That's not me. I'm going to call him out either way. But that would even be okay with me if you did it. What I don't want, someone that I probably wouldn't like or enjoy their content or enjoy as of having a friend or being a friend with, is someone that Ryan Upchurch is in their chat or shares their video or whatever, and they change their whole fucking life. Now they listen to their music, they tag everything, that's all they fucking talk about. They're the same guy, we're like best friends. That's the problem.
Apologizing. Pretty tired of even getting angry at people that want to stoke any fires or say anything to provoke anything. And I'm at peace with anybody's opinion and expression. It's okay. I do
their opinion and their expression. I'm at peace. Here's the exact reason why we call him the last thesaurus. I'm at peace with anybody's opinion. That's enough. Or expression. That's also enough. Or statement they may make. That's also enough. Or the way they feel about me and they say it out loud. That's also, we get it. We get it.
And let me make this so clear that no matter what, for good or for ill, if you're here for, a positive reason or a negative reason, thank you for being a part of this channel, this experience, this thing that I don't know how to really articulate it. I don't know what the fuck to call it. It's just a place. It's just a place, and I'm so fortunate to be able to have one. And I get to speak and be heard and exchange, like Maxwell has said in the past, I should exchange more with the people that do comment. And Well, I think I've said it many times. I have a lot of plans. Only I gotta learn to follow through. And hopefully, whenever this stage with
My powder's always dry.
The events that are transpiring, whenever it gets just unconfusing or
If there's ever a question of whether I could keep my powder dry, I just use Mariah's Vagine.
just a little more stable, I will dedicate more time. There's a couple of channels that
like bone dust,
collaborate, reach out, and one wants to help me learn how to edit, but wants to show me what my channel, not show, what this channel would look like properly edited, add some graphics, even though I've never been one for the bells and whistles. It's just me and my voice, and the reason why I'm so thankful, I mean, not only for the people that have been here through thick and thin, Slim Reaper, Queen Survivor, Actions Not Distractions, White Dragon, I haven't seen Saffron in a while. City D, My Son's Life Mattered, Shamrock. I went through a whole list of names.
Yeah, imagine if I had never mentioned that I liked, I don't know, fucking that I like the band Kiss. Okay, imagine if I had never mentioned ever that I like the band Kiss. Okay, and then tomorrow, Gene Simmons shares one of my videos. Okay, and maybe he leaves a comment on my channel or comes into the live chat, and then the day after, I come in with my goddamn face painted with a fucking wig on. I look like fucking Star Child over here, black and white face paint. I've got a big fake rubber fucking tongue. And I'm like, Kiss Squad, Kiss Squad. We're all part of Kiss Squad. And I'm so very thankful for Kiss Squad. I want to thank everybody that's here from Kiss Squad. That's what the whole show's always been about forever. Kiss Squad. Like, that's what he did. He changed fucking everything. Because one person shared his video and he got 2 or 3 videos with good with good performance. That's what he did. He changed fucking everything.
When I was, if you listen to the beginning of this, you'll learn that I was talking into this phone without hitting the live button for a full 30 minutes, if not longer. So that was just fantastic.
I would like to hear the first 30 minutes.
What you're looking at here, I don't know if I recorded this because I recorded this in the last live.
We changed our slogan to pour some sugar on meat.
It wasn't live. Yeah. So transparently, I don't know Jelly Roll's music. Okay, but I hear he's a big deal. He said something that's very much something I fuck with.
Oh God.
I vibe with. It's
now he's part of the Jelly Squad.
Makes a lot of sense to me. When he won that award at the CMAs and he went up there and he spoke, he said, "There's a reason why." Now I'm not going to get this accurate. All right. There's a reason why the front window of your vehicle, of your car, is larger than your rear view mirror. And, always look forward, no matter what, no matter how shitty it gets. Even if you step in quicksand, I don't mean this literally because I'm pretty sure there's a different process to survive quicksand. Maybe don't keep marching or fighting it, but you know what I mean. You have to keep forward momentum, even if you feel like you want to kind of lay down and die. And I'm not saying that for a dramatic effect. I don't mean it literally. But yeah, there's going to be times where you feel so, I don't know, like I'm tired of getting angry, so I don't get angry. I'm tired of apologizing, so I stopped apologizing. Because by God, I think I spent 3 fucking months doing it and writing some rivalries that turned into blossoming friendships. And really, truly, it's been a magical thing, no matter what. The good and the bad, I wouldn't trade any.
Writing some rivalries that have turned into blossoming friendships, he said. Who are you a rival to? Is there someone else that wants to be Ryan Upchurch's #1 fan that also has 7 viewers? Where's the rivalry?
Any of this experience or any fucking thing in the world. And it's a wonderful little thing that we can have, this place, this hub. I hate when it goes all toxic, but there's a reason, because it's a reflection of the fucking human condition.
This hub.
As the Matrix said, we tried to give you utopia, we lost millions of crops. We can't always play nice, that's just how we roll. So sometimes everybody, once in a while, someone's going to roll in the dirt. All right, and it's on you if at some point you want to acknowledge that you were in the dirt and you want to get clean. And I've been through my experience and I'm not going away. Just not. I may be, taking a hiatus of some kind. Still going to fuck around with the little shorts and the comics because that's just a hobby. But that being said, the next time I do get up on here after a couple of appointments and getting through work and all that, I promise you guys, and I won't forget this, and I'll even clip it and send it to myself.
36 Mafia.
For just a proper open fucking panel like the old days, and that's something that I'm looking forward to. And Maxwell Damon, I think I made it very clear. I'm eager for you to get up on here, and anybody for that matter. Open season, just civil conversation and passionate opinions. And of course anything controversial. That's why I've chosen not to fucking monetize every damn video. I don't like watching my P's and Q's.
I honestly wish he would stop making this argument. If you're getting 30 views on a video and you do one video or 2 videos a week or 10 videos a week, when you say shit like, that's why I don't monetize my channel, that means nothing. If you're turning away $10,000 a month to stand up for freedom of speech or something, that's one thing. If you're missing out on 17 cents a year, I don't understand what this isn't the hill to die on, bro. You wouldn't even make enough to get a fucking 1099. Jesus fucking Christ.
like worrying about what is allowed by the fucking overlords or whatever the case. But yeah, and Rumble is a very realistic next step after I talk to this channel that wants to help me get a little more savvy and whatnot. But we'll see. Okay, at least there
you go.
There's something out there that I don't know, which
Value Entertainment. They're going to pay him $2,000 to be on the show or something.
keeps me curious, and that curiosity keeps me alive. And being alive gives me the fucking opportunity to get on here and just say what I feel, and it's the only catharsis I have. Sure, it's cheaper than therapy. So again, for now, I just say thank you one and all, no matter what, because it's all a part of this experience. And that's all I got for now. There's, you know what, Twisted 10, you're still here. It's good to see you, bro. Oh, D Libby, of course. Got to say.
Right, they are there, but if you delete them from the Google Photos app, they're going to be gone. It syncs with your phone. I don't know why you have to fucking delete them so goddamn quick. Delete them tomorrow.
What's up? Hello, AC.
Next month.
I'm mutated. Thank you guys, man. Seriously. Let me see. I've been joining these chats. Let me Angel Wings for about a year and haven't felt like this community is.
He is funny, not like as like a comedian, but like a Truman Show type of funny. Like where he was talking to this girl from high school thinking they had a connection, then he forgot that she was a hooker. And she's like, "Send me some gift cards."
Sucks it. No. Yeah, thank you for that, by the way. No, it's just look,
I started off my statement to you with Mariah. I got them, but so when you say make sure you got them, I got them. That's how I answered that question.
Well, you weren't around for the beginning. You know, the so-called come up of this channel was done in a way that I've acknowledged many times.
That question, that interrogation, that inquiry.
It was done in a way that I would not, with hindsight, I would not have done it. You know, on behalf of Creek Squad, right?
Yes, he's hooking up with one of the Justice for PP's members. Her name is Savage Zombie or something. King Dildo. What's her name? Queen something.
I have apologized publicly about that. I've had to go on other channels, and you know that whole the first 4 months, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was a guy that was used to getting, you know, like 5 to 10 views, and then one day there's 1,000. But then I had to kind of turn on.
But now there's 15.
And things got very ugly. When I started calling.
I was used to getting 5 or 10 views, but now I get 12. So I've changed, folks. I've grown.
Now how
Queen Survivor.
There's no holding back. Not at this point. I had to call out Ryan Upchurch on some things, and then I had to go and apologize to one of Creek Squad's enemies. And I just didn't. I gave more of a shit about the truth than, you know, using like the first 4 fucking months hashtagging things that I had no fucking business.
Queen with the PP.
For this, and not everybody is around to see that story arc or cares about it. They want to focus on the time where you were bad, you were wrong. You know, and that's all.
Queen Quatifa.
Okay, everybody's entitled to focus on any aspect of the life that you've chosen to put on blast publicly. Everybody's entitled to it. There's no right or wrong to that. I was wrong when I started. I'm still fucking wrong for it, but I can't continue to just feel bad for the rest of my life. I won't. I refuse. And I'm god dang fucking exhausted, getting angry at every provocation. I'm just looking forward to all the lovely positive aspects that have become what they are. I get to work with my best friend Josh again. I get to work with these couple other channels, the opportunities, the people I've met, the adventures, good or bad, ugly, whatever. It's all been just one crazy, wild fucking ride. And damn it, I don't care, man. I'm just thankful for it. Period. Nobody can.
Thankful.
And that's fucking that. So yeah, definitely look out for when I return after a few, you know, taking care of business days, nights, whatever. And man, I'm looking forward to getting some time off for real, like vacation time kind of shit. After that, I promise you, we're gonna do at least 3 days of 1 week open panel, and then well, I'm gonna show you guys a couple new tricks that I'll be taught along the way.
Oh shit! You know what I didn't think about? I was supposed to do a Patreon show. We're gonna have to fix the Patreon show. I just completely forgot. Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
So let me see.
So tomorrow and Saturday we'll do Patreon. Tomorrow and Friday we'll do Patreon shows. Tomorrow will be like the open. I'm going to start doing the lower tiers. Going to be like an open panel. If anybody wants to come on, you have to be a member of my Discord, and you have to link your Discord and your Patreon account to get access to the Discord channel. But it'll be like you can come on and chat, hang out, ask a question, whatever. I'm not looking for a co-host, but you can come on, ask your question, get an answer, then leave. I don't want you to sit up here for 30 fucking minutes. I don't have that need. But we'll do a Patreon show tomorrow and Friday instead of Tuesdays and Thursday this week.
Yeah. I want to give a big thank you. I mean, I've given a couple thank yous. And remember, by the way, I'm going to repeat this one more time for a half hour.
If you link your Patreon accounts to your Discord account, you get into the Patreon only rooms in Discord. If you link those two accounts. So whatever email you use for Patreon, you just have to sign into Discord and then click a link or whatever. And there's a special room for Patreon members on Discord.
I was talking into this phone like a crazy man. Because I'm crazy, for one. But I did the whole perfect, first take. I freestyle, I'm a live kind of guy. I spoke into this phone. My nose is like barely touching it. That's how close. And I did not hit the live button. I was talking to myself for 26 fucking minutes. Jeez, man. So after that, and I really felt kind of deflated before I even decided to do this, but I just had to. So again, a very fucking huge, towering thank you, especially when I kind of left that community. You know, if you think I turned on it, it's whatever. I just found my own voice, and it's okay. You can be a part of that community, unless you're part of, you know, the going off YouTube doxing crap and doing anything like that. That kind of behavior, that's something I just never can stand behind. Going off YouTube or harassing and sharing personal information, that's not my bag. Which is why, ironically, I've gone on to PBR's channel quite a few times. And Twisted, I don't know if you're still here, man. If you are, I've been trying to email him like a motherfucker, but and I keep changing the title. He's gonna have to search for my handle, RedSpacer44@gmail.com. It's the only way. But yeah, that is kind of a walking changing the title. He's gonna have to spell quite a few times. And Twisted, I don't know if you're still here, man. If you are, I've been trying to email him like a motherfucker, but and I keep changing the title. He's gonna have to search for my handle, RedSpacer44@gmail.com. It's the only way. But yeah, that is kind of I wanted him to see some messages I sent to him for sure. A huge thank you that I can never even I don't think I can articulate it in a way to show how much it means to me. Queen Survivor, your support, your everything, your infinite loyalty and kindness.
Your reverse cowgirl that I imagine.
I'll never feel that it was
your internet girlfriend love. Ooh woo.
deserved.
You're my little anime girl, and I'm your little Jewish boy toy.
Here, I'm just saying, you have been this channel's motherfucking hero.
This is also the guy that calls himself a Jubian prince.
Just saying, you have been this channel's motherfucking hero.
He can't. So when Eli, so if to take constructive criticism, you have to have like a little bit of determination, a little bit of grit about yourself, right? Because you've got to be able to take it without lashing out, but you've also got to be like, oh, that's probably good. I need to apply it. Eli is about 93% Jello. So when he gets creative criticism, he's like, I'm sorry. I guess I'll apologize. I'm going to make a show. A guy that I completely respect and love and cherish and want to hold on to forever. He told me that I was doing this. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know, it's so weird.
And a fucking piece of shit public figure, whatever. Or, or a pretty decent guy public figure, whatever. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Queen Survivor, period. And actions, not distractions, period. All of you, so many of you. I'm so thankful. Independent Benny, D. Libby.
Sounds about right.
Thank you for acknowledging that, Twisted. And thank you. I want to be able to actually kind of talk back and forth with them too, Twisted. I saw some of the comments y'all were talking about.
That's true, right? Like he calls himself a Jubian prince, right? I remember him saying that with Josh or something.
And I don't want to announce that stuff here, but I really think that he and I were able to have a pretty damn good conversation. And I gotta say, I'm really proud of his channel. And this is please, everybody think of this fucking part, this place as kind of, I don't know, kind of neutral. You can have your fucking opinions. You can hate me, you can appreciate me, whatever the case. But just know we don't play the whole, if you go there, listen to that, think this way, you're not welcome here game. You're more than entitled to feel how you feel and like what you like without, feeling anybody has to conduct themselves in any such way. So just bear that in mind because, we are all trying to celebrate our independent voices, our independent thinking. And that's what I want this to represent more than anything. And being able to, by God, fucking monetization be damned. I want to be.
Eli is the asshole that every time you say the word who, he says whom, even when it's not appropriate. When you're like, I don't know who, and he's like, whom? No, it's who. Nah, I think it's whom. And by the way, monetization be damned. I think it's whom.
Able to talk about whatever the hell needs to be talked about in this world, in this country. Everybody I get to talk to at work, the customers, everybody's terrified, man. Terrified or angry or beat down. So, hey, do me a favor, all of you. Don't help the world by beating yourself down if you feel it's already doing that to you. Know what I mean? So, yeah, every single one of you that's in here, I've said your name. I don't want to risk repeating everything. What's up, Ken? My boy. That's it. That's it for now. I hope to be back soon. I hope things get some level of normalcy. I'm scared. I'm terrified. I am perhaps facing a
exactly
inevitable.
He's losing all this money for speaking the truth. He doesn't give a damn. Monetization be damned. You think you're going to change my mind by offering me 28 cents every 5 years bi-quarterly? What?
Something, I don't know. I don't want to be macabre, whatever the case. I don't know what the future holds when it comes to what's happening with my mother. And I'm fucking scared as all hell, man. I'm really, really, really scared. But she is my priority right now and holding down my job and doing the best I can there. I got a bonus today.
Mariah, are any of these screenshots in order? Go look at them the way they are in the gallery. Like the first one I got is this. Is this the first one or the last one? It starts off with Diane N. It says, in Phil's last live regarding the banks, Bank of America and Silver. Is that the first one I should read or is that the last one?
And I know everybody here understands that. Thank you for understanding that and for understanding me. Because I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, to understand, to talk to. I'm not good at keeping in touch. I'm not good at a lot of things, but y'all are still here.
Wow, that hurts, Dr. J. Yeah, I am almost 40. What's it to you? Huh? That hurts. I didn't know we were going low blows tonight. I guess the smelly pants just went too far.
Here, and I'm thankful for that.
I got you.
And I'm thankful for this channel because it brought me all to you. Good night.
Thankful for this channel. It brought me all to you. Good night, Queen Survivor. Maybe one day our paths shall cross each other's, and love like never before will be torn asunder. Okay, we get it. We get it. I just need to link Discord to Patreon, but I can't see where you're looking for. Both have the same email. So you when you're in Patreon here, I'll open mine. I can't show it on screen, but I'll open mine over here. Let me get on my creator and into the follower account. I know I follow somebody that's got Discord. Oh, Dr. Quads, I think he's got Discord. If you go if you go to my page and then you click membership. So if you go to Cold Beer Confessional and you click membership, it says a welcome, blah, blah, blah. Then it says quick links, Discord community. Join Dr. Quads on their Discord server and chat with other members. Discord is free and secure. Works to learn how to connect to Discord. That should give you your Discord, whatever it is, privileges, I guess. All the tiers, I think. No, yeah, maybe all the tiers. I can't remember. The $2 tier may or may not have it. I can't remember, but the rest of them do. Let me make sure. And my Discord's connected to it, so it should be connected to I Will Bird Discord. It's for every tier except for $2. So you have to be above $2 to have the Discord tier, but every other tier has it. You should come in as a Patreon 7 or a Patreon 15 plus. Those are the two different tier connections or whatever. You might have to Google it. If it's not the same as yours, you might just have to Google it. Membership. But I know we've walked people through it before. It's just been a while. But I use Patreon. I want to use Discord more. I'm not a big fan of Telegram. That's where all the fucking Q-tards go. And I don't know. Once the Q-tard rage is over, I don't know if we'll even be there anymore. I like Discord better. I just went to Telegram, 1, because the Q-tards were there, and 2, because I was afraid when Discord got bought out that they would change a bunch of stuff and hate speech and this and all these things. So I was just like, fuck it. We'll start a Telegram, which was all right research-wise. It was all right to be there. Let's do this. Mariah's got dramatic readings on deck. Let's see what we got. We ready? So Phil's community's been calling him out. And why have they been calling him out? Well, we got this post from him. Hello, fam. Spelled PH. Carrie and I are happy to offer our Northern California, I wish you'd have spelled California with a PH, cabin at the Redwoods, home for short-term rental. Click the link above for availability. This place is peaceful and serene as they come. As peaceful and serene as they come. If you're looking to unwind and relax in a drama-free environment, this is the place. So Phil has apparently purchased another home that his followers didn't know about. And here it is. Do we not get big show-off photos, maybe? Ooh, the living room. Look at that. Little cabin in the Redwoods. Full kitchen. Uh-oh. Full kitchen, dining room. Look at that. Bedrooms. Comes with bedrooms already. I think it said, what did it say? 5 beds? Hold on. Let me open it over here so I can read the description while we're doing this. It is 6 guests, 3 bedrooms, 5 beds, 2.5 baths. Look at that. Little bedroom action. Nightstand. What did that say? Faith makes all things possible. Pray. Phil's praying you'll send him some more money. Look out. Little tiny closet, little bunk bed action. Look at that. Bringing your kids. Bringing your kids now. When he combines this with his Redondo Beach taco stand, he'll basically have a California empire. Little shitter. They got Infuse products, I guess. There's a little sign over the shitter. Be a sweetie, wipe the seedy. So there you go. If you've ever wanted to sleep in the same bed that Phil slept in and possibly an underage minor, then at the same time, you got to rent it. Okay? You got to rent it out. It is $266 a night. Welcome to the cabin at the Redwoods, located in West Haven, within walking distance to the beach and just a short drive to the Redwoods. This stunning, spacious 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home sits on 1.17 acres. Enjoy the wood-burning stove off the living room and rear deck hot tub on cool evenings. Natural light floods the home during the day. Peaceful, slow-running creek runs through the rear of the property. Updated kitchen and tastefully decorated interior. The perfectly private getaway. Look at that. That's a black and white picture. Only red's highlighted, but they forgot to edit out this book. They forgot that book back there. That's okay. We'll cut them some slack. Oh, a leaf plate, ashtray, sliding door, unkempt yard. You know Phil's got cameras in all these motherfuckers, right? Hoping you have your little girl's quinceañera there. I wonder if there's going to be another wildfire here now. Every time he buys a house, wildfire destroys the poverty-stricken neighborhood down the road. Look at that. It's a big triangle. There you go. Phil's cabin in the woods. Like what horror stories are made out of. So if you need it there, $266 a night. And Phil's fans are not very happy about it. Why are they not happy? Well, they're finally seeing the differences in their incomes and how everything was supposed to happen. It was supposed to have started. It was supposed to be done. It was supposed to happen now. It'll never go to 2024. If it does, there's these major barriers that'll never let it happen. That everything needs to be finished up for the third time. Someone, I don't know who it was. I just heard that. That was on a screenshot Mariah sent me, or somebody else sent me. Someone made a video of 3 years in a row, Phil predicting Nasara Gassara started, saying, oh, it's happening. It'll be before Christmas. It'll be this year. It'll be this year. 3 years in a row, and put it together. And I can't remember where it was at. Or I didn't have the link. I just had people talking about it, and I never did find it. Before we get too deep into Phil, we better take some time to just, enjoy ourselves here with a little video for you guys.
I haven't worn this mask. Hello. Hiya. I haven't worn this mask in a really long time. So, yeah, I'm doing okay.
If his back fur was a little bit different color, Scott's been slowly becoming a furry.
Good. Ow!
Oh, how many kids' Christmases has Phil ruined? Do you mean by picking them up in the middle of the night and taking them to the pharmacy, a 24-hour pharmacy, to buy a Plan B pill? Or do you mean by taking money out of their parents' wallets? Because those are two separate things.
Good. Ow!
Oh my God. We should send Scott wants to travel. He's going on a trip. We should send Scott Wadros and his guitar to all of Phil's Airbnb. I started about crowdfunded and making a series to where I go to all of Phil's Airbnbs and then rank them. Just put some meat hammer stickers somewhere where nobody will find them and then dip the fuck out. I don't know. I can't bring roach larvae with me, but Scott can.
Hiya, I haven't worn this mask in a really long time.
What does he say? I haven't worn this mask.
This mask in a really long time. In a really long time. In a really long time.
I haven't worn this mask and I'm yamming time. What does he say? Am I just hearing it wrong? Real long time? Okay.
I haven't worn this mask in a really long time.
I still don't hear real or wheel.
I haven't worn this mask in a really long time.
And a yamming time.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
That sounds more like it. Y'all are nuts. And I'm a real long time. Because it's got extra syllables there.
Oh, yeah. I haven't worn this mask in a really
And I'm in real long time. Maybe.
long time.
Hey, Doty Girl. You ever seen the Wolfman do the helicopter?
Sorry.
They call me Wolfman Jack, but tonight you're going to do the Jack and Doty Go.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah.
I'd like to remind you that last night I screamed, "Oh no, Scott, please don't fuck the Red Power Ranger's face." And that was a genuine reaction I had to a video.
Ow!
He's got a real furry mask, and he was going to do reaction videos with it. You guys remember? Let me see if I can find it. And it's probably like a couple $100 mask. Like, it's not cheap. It's a real furry mask that's supposed to be like a dog or a wolf or some shit. So he watched a video of a channel called Reacting Dog, a guy that wears that has like a dog mask, and he just reacts to videos and talks shit, like he cusses and stuff. He doesn't title any of his fucking videos, so it's hard to search for his shit. But he has and that's not it. He has an actual furry mask. Oh my God, the bad dude. I'm just drawn to clicking on that every time. Scott versus Tyrone. Stop this now. Oh, that's where they had the pizzas coming from him. Send exploit pitch. I did something not so good. I send exploit pictures.
What's up, you guys? I did something that's not good. Send exploit pictures.
Send exploit pictures. It's not so good. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to find his furry mask. There's gangs out, fangs out. Ooh, bang out with your fangs out, bro. Anyways, he does have a real furry mask. It's a big, like, dog-looking thing with blue eyes, and it's like a legit, like, hey, fuck me and treat me like I'm a dog on a leash. Real fucking furry mask. Like, it's no shit. But it's just Scott Wadros and his Venmo and his GoFundMe and his $9,000 of GoFundMe and $100,000 to fix his car, to buy transmission fluid, to drive to St. Augustine to pick up Wivel, a person he's never even spoke to before. Like, it's just wild. It's wild. I don't know what to tell you. Here we go. Dramatic reading. In Phil's live last night regarding the banks, Bank of America and silver. This is from Diane. He said it'll be an interesting week. I tried to tell some family members after his live. The week came and went. Nothing interesting happened. More eggs on my face from my family members. Jesse. Same with me. Now afraid to try to tell anyone anything else. It's downright crazy. Chad. I no longer give information to anyone. Chad. Diane. They actually deleted that post of mine. Christine, same here. They'll never believe us going forward. Won't be able to say much more ever. Diane, this channel actually deleted that post of mine here. She says it again. Patty, I have a few people I talk to. We are all under the understanding that this is all fluctuating. KM, I know. The more I say, the worse it gets. Stan, I bet a steak dinner that the stock market was going to crash and silver was going to skyrocket by the 5th of November. Didn't happen. So he said if it doesn't happen by the end of November, you owe me 2. If it doesn't happen in 2023, it'll be 3 steak dinners. Patriot for life. I wouldn't be betting on this stuff. Just saying that God doesn't like betting. Terry, it's difficult to know when and when not to share. I personally haven't been moved to share anything unless asked. I learned my lesson when I begged my kids not to get the vax and 3 of them did. I vowed never again. It takes a special breed to go through this and not come out filled with pain and doubt. But it will happen no matter what. I tell and don't tell. I choose to put my ego on the back burner. Mark. Imagine that. Nothing else has come true either. Katie. Katie? K-A-T-T-Y? Katie? That's a weird way to spell it. Katie. It is getting to the point of I just want to go back to sleep and forget all I've learned and just wait. I'm tired. Felt eased and broke. Watching family and friends taking the jabs, testing for COVID and dying. Also not true. SS. I stopped saying anything 2 years ago to my family. Brett. Yep, right there with you. Too many times made to look like a fool. Honestly, not sure anymore about anything. Starting to feel like the good guys are no better than the bad guys. Letting this drag on and on. Trump and his rallies. The same old rhetoric. Nothing. Nothing ever public or anyone brought to justice. Heard too many times. Hold the line. Almost there. Blah, blah, blah. One has to wonder how many have walked away from this movement because of the slow rollout. As many as we gain, we lose more on the back end because very little to nothing is ever in the public eye. CEO stepping down isn't earth-shattering. Sorry for the rant. Just so tired. Just so very tired of the same old, same old. Mona, I haven't said anything to my family for months. When things happen, they will come to me. It's better this way. It's better if you're not fucking crazy. But whatever. Cheryl, from some of the comments in here, I think some wish they kept it to themselves too, GL. Good luck, I guess. Dixie, I'm the same way, and family and close friends. Gary, I'm in the same boat. I so wanted to say Bank of America was going to fail, but sometimes when Phil gives intel, those events are several weeks out. My family already thinks I'm nuts. When stuff goes down, I'll be ready. Like when Israel broke out, my mind went immediately to saving Israel for last. Know the drops, and you know where we are in the plan. Seeing future-proof past. Doggy Lover, which is a very bad name, okay? A very... Doggy Lover? I was already suspicious that border collies are the best until he made that awesome fucking video about the last Theosaurus. Now he's cool. But Doggy Lover? Too far. Doggy Lover. Yep, I wish I had never shared so much of what I have heard. No one believes me at all now, and I'm starting to believe we are being played much of the time. Sad times. Natalie. I know I have. I'm tired of looking like I am batshit crazy lady that needs to be put in the loony bin. Joanne, absolutely. Going to let the EBS do the talking. Paul, what EBS? Doggy Lover, yes. Carrie, Me too. My mom just yesterday said I am living in my own movie and that I sound crazy. I'm staying strong, though, because in my heart, I know eventually this story is going to end and we will win. My husband and I have our shirts ready. I told you so. Stylized with a Q for the O and told. If you know, you know. I can't unsee what I've seen. Cheryl. Just remember, DC Inc. since 1871 was not part of the U.S., was fenced in, captured. The inauguration was not on the scheduled time. The line turned their backs to the motorcade. The gun salute was for death, a funeral. Buildings were closed in D.C., so many other things as well. Hold on. Kathy. Yep, coffee and cinnamon rolls are a great icebreaker. They'll wander my way. By the way, none of that's true. None of that has anything to do with anything, and none of that's true. Trump was sworn in before noon as well. If the swearing-in ceremony didn't start before noon, there would be a time that we didn't have a president. It only says, and you don't even have to swear in before then. It only says when you're ready to engage with the powers of your office, you have to be sworn in before that time. HD, when I do mention something, I get an eye roll from about 8 people. Sarah. It is so hard for me to not try to wake people up. I need to just wait and let the EBS do the talking for me also, and just be there for questions later. People think I'm bonkers. I wouldn't have known unless you told me. Natalie, I remember all that stuff. I've been holding on. Just refuse to say anything anymore to anyone. The white hats need to realize they are never going to wake up all the sleepers. It just will never happen. They just need to stop. They just need to get things going and stop with making us suffer through this. None of them are hurting like us because they can put food on the table and pay their bills and take care of their families because they have the money. But us normies are suffering. So if they are waiting for the people asleep to wake up, they need to figure out that we have done everything we can to wake them up. Now it's time for them to... wake them up. I refuse to look like the crazy one anymore. Alina? Same here. The worst part is that my sons don't even want me listening to or watching my favorite truthers podcast because they say it's making me sick. So now I find myself hiding in my room in order to listen to any of Phil's intel. This is not sustainable for much longer. I need vindication to show my boys I'm not so crazy after all. Uh-oh. I don't think you're going to get through that one. Oh no. Charity Bullington. I've seen Designated Survivor or parts of it. I don't think I've seen it all. Charity. I've been following him since 2020 and learned my lesson. I don't say anything anymore to my family. My uncle thinks I'm nuts because I trusted Phil's intel and opened my big mouth. It will happen when it happens. Cheryl. Yeah, lots of us are struggling. When you live so close to the income you make, it is so bad for a lot. They never planned on not being able to meet the bills. As I traveled yesterday on the corner was a man looking for work. What were you doing on the street corner? I will work cheap. I need to buy food for my family. I rolled down my window and handed him $100. I can afford it. Pay it forward. As he looked at the bill, he says, "Lady, TY so very much." I knew then it was real. He needed that money for food. Sure he did. Pure Blood Robert. Unfortunately, this is what usually happens. This is why when people in here start pumping EBS and Nasara at every single corner, others end up deflated. Unfortunately, one day at a time. Well, Phil's the one pumping it now, you fucking retard. Victorious. Please go and read Sun Tzu's Art of War. You obviously have no idea how bad things could have been. I think the White Hats have suffered way beyond what we're experiencing, and we're experiencing what we deserve because we the people let it happen. If you think living in a FEMA camp is preferable, you may be out of touch with the reality. Your perspective is only through your lens. Please do not speak for the masses. If you can only understand this through your eyes. Collateral damage happens in every war, and that's what we're in, a war. Perhaps we should be preparing for how we can change the world for better. Tell them, Victorious. Cheryl, just remember who Donald J. Trump is. He has a history of being a winner. He has a history of being a winner. All those bankruptcies and people he didn't pay and all those other weird claims about him and some of them involving children and black people. Those are lies made by the mainstream media. He's a winner, and we're going to be a winner. Kim Newton, yep, I am keeping my info to myself and will be wearing my I Told You So shirt. Joan Lee, people that know me don't think I'm bonkers. With some, it's just a matter of pride, refusal to admit they are wrong. When evidence is right in their face, God will have to deal with that. Natalie, I'm not speaking for the masses, but I definitely do read daily what the masses are going through. Martha, I understand most of us are in the same boat. I went a month without saying anything around my house. I just go to my bedroom and listen to Phil. I made the mistakes of answering one of his questions about what was I listening to. And now instead of laughing and calling me crazy, he's getting angry. He really thinks I'm crazy. There's no hope of waking him. I just don't speak to anyone in my household. I do have a son-in-law and a niece that I text with. They see the truth. Oh, no. Kay Myers. Every time truthers once again bring the Patriots to an enthusiastic high because something truly credible and substantial is about to happen, I think, okay, it's the time to once again say something. Then I decide to keep my mouth shut. When we are served a nothing burger yet again, I am glad I didn't say a word. I fear many have reached the I'll believe it when I see it point, not being negative Nancy, just voicing what others are echoing as well. Elena, this is so sad. I'm sorry you're going through a similar situation as me. This shit show needs to end already so we can live a normal life again. Much love to you, Frank. Heck, I thought I was set and had a niece had a nice nest egg. Then 2 years ago, the trucking industry went to crap. Started making less and spending more for everything. Now I've sold my truck and trailer because I was just pushing money around to everyone and not profiting. It's sad it had to go like this. Never thought we'd still be guessing comms, dates, and who's good or bad still. Yeah, that'll go on forever if you keep listening to it. This is depressing as fuck. At least it's not me, I guess. Christina, I feel so sorry for the people who are struggling. There are so many struggling people in Lithuania as well. I can't help many, but bought a warm meal for a child who was just sitting in a cafe shop looking at everyone eating. No children should go hungry. Bought a cup of tea. Tell Phil to start feeding children. Bought a cup of tea and food and gave some money for an elderly woman who was so cold asking for money by the shop. No elderly deserved to be starved. My parents are struggling to pay even for the nurseries, so I paid for a little theater to come to the children at the nursery. My family doesn't have much, but if every one of us who could do a little change while we are waiting and praying do so, we would help for many. The fuck was that? We would help for many to get through all of this. Praying hands. Too late, Kate. Too late, Kate. This has been a very lonely road for me, too. I feel your pain. Spotted Hound. I don't get hung up on dates or events. I learned a long time ago to listen and take it all with a grain of salt. I figure it'll happen when it happens. Dates and times put out by truthers, nah, not listening to it. Those will be another day passing like all the others. As far as talking to anyone about it, that is why I come here. I don't talk to anyone in my family about any of this except my sister. She's in deeper into it than I am. Just keep the faith and live your life. What's wild is you trust this guy to give you the info and think it's true, but you also know that all his dates are bullshit. Imagine believing that. Like, imagine believing everything that someone tells you is fucking true, but you know they're lying about every time they say they're going to do it now. The fuck? Jenny, I agree. Don't talk about it. Don't believe anything till it's proved. Susan, heartbreaking. We are all in the same boat. We think we are alone, but as we listen and read to the posts, our friends and family believe we are batshit crazy. Stay strong. We are warriors and won't give up. Lean on one another to push forward. Love you all. Blessings. Cheryl, I lost my husband in 2022 and my stepson in 2023. The burden was on me. Making payments was hard. Now that it's over, I'm doing fine. Even harder was the fact that income was lost. Social Security put on widow's benefits. I lost $600 a month as well. Sharon, I believe it. Just waiting for it to be shown. Frank, I feel for everyone in this craziness. It's unimaginable that we'd root for either side after all we've witnessed. God wins, and I hope justice is swift. Spotted Hound, I equate a lot of this miss or disinformation to when someone tells you they are going to do something to never intend to do it. Then you are that tells you they're going to do something to never intend to do it. Then you are disappointed. For instance, I was told by my family after my hubby passed away, they promised my hubby before he passed away they would do it, that they would help me with repairs on the house. They never called me back or even came by. I haven't seen them since May, so I took control and had a repairman come do it. They have to drive by here every day to go wherever they are going, so they saw all of the work being done. My point being, you have to take control and not let the truthers get in your head. Use your own judgment. So believe everything they say, just not the dates. I am a see it to believe it kind of gal. Not that they don't have good intentions, just be realistic. If you're lying about everything you're saying, how do you have good intentions? And you've been doing it for 2 fucking years. There's going to have to be someone that fucking re-educate these crazy motherfuckers for sure. Kim Brown, that's where I am. I'll just be here to fill in the blanks as best I can after it all hits the fan. I'm not going out on a limb any longer. I wonder sometimes if that's not where Phil is at when he goes silent for so long. And everyone is begging for information. He knows things but doesn't know when exactly. He tries to keep it to himself, but when he's cleared to tell, he still gets excited, and then the powers that be let him down with delays and changes that make him look foolish. He can't claim he's at the top of the fucking food chain here and also claim ignorance like he thought it was going to happen. They must have lied to him. Thank you. Alina says, thank you, Susan. Much love. Annie, yes, it's hard to deal with a spouse that thinks you're crazy. I live it every day. I don't believe we have been led astray. So much happening, so many key famous people we don't really see in the news anymore. They say Hollywood has many abandoned homes. CEOs and significant political people all over the world. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get back to this one. All over the world resigned. Just too much points to a good plan and a new beginning for me to think otherwise. I trust God is in control, so either way, I feel safe and protected. I wonder if this is going to cost a lot of them their religion. I don't know, but they tie so much of this to God. God wins. God's plan. God takes over. I'm letting God take the wheel. All this. I wonder if this is going to cost a lot of them their religion, because if they still believe in God, they must think God fucking hates them when this is all over. Linda Brooks says, hang on, I'm coming. Oh, I didn't finish reading that. I trust God is in control, so either way, I feel safe and protected. Linda, hang on, I'm coming. Dutch girl, come on, Phil. Rather than post all your investments, maybe you could come on here and encourage us a bit. We understand things are great for you, but so many are struggling. I have to say it. It's a bit in our face, just saying. Sharon, Oh, now that's a pleasant invitation. Some of us are actually encouraged by his success and his earnest desire and advice for others to do the same and the knowledge that we can. Tracy. His post sometimes really discourages me. I follow him because I do like him and his intel. However, this stuff about renting place to rewind leaves me feeling very hopeless. Mary, it's like standing in front of a starving person and eating. It's cruel. Julie, maybe it's a calm. Sarah, yes, could use some encouragement. Sam, the NCA, the Northern California property is prime, Bigfoot country. A good video of a Sasquatch could fetch some serious dinero if you need money. That's got to be a troll, right? Sam's got to be a troll. He's not suggesting people pay Phil to stay at his house to get a video of Sasquatch because they can't feed their kids. Oh, yeah. We all know the justice system's corrupt, legend. David, spot on. But why would Phil want this to end if it's so lucrative? It's a shame white hats worry more about sleepers than they do about those that have stuck by them for the last 3 years. M. Teeps says, exactly. I don't believe this is about waking people up anymore. They had many easy ways to do it better and have not. See show. I sense that you are struggling financially and it hurts. I have been there. So I'm not trying to be insensitive, but look at it from another vantage if you can. If you had a friend, a fairly good friend or an acquaintance who was married and had children and a blended family and they either inherited or earned a great deal of wealth, would you tell them not to share with you what they were purchasing for investments because you think it's in your face? And one, I think Phil has done the best he can to help us on a large scale by providing information. 2, telling us to get our money out of the banks. And 3, providing alternatives to keep our money protected and potentially growing. P.S. Maybe if he was in your immediate family, he might consider doing something to help you directly, but he's got millions of followers. No, he doesn't. But yeah, you probably would get tired of a family if you couldn't feed your if you had an immediate. First of all, Phil's not a close or immediate family member or anything like that. But if your brother came over and you can't feed your fucking kids, you're about to lose your house and your kids are going hungry, and your brother said, just spent $1.7 million on a little investment property in Italy. Aren't you proud of me? Don't you think you get pretty fucking tired of that, like instantly? It wouldn't even take time. He wouldn't even have to do it 2 or 3 times. Or 11 times like Phil. Instantly, I'd be pissed. It's one thing for your brother or sister or family member, a close family member to say, look, I'd help you if I can. I'm just barely getting by myself. It's another thing for them to show up to brag about their investment property while you're telling them you can't feed your kids. Holy fuck. Kimra, I think there's more to this than meets the eye. There are probably comms in there, but I am no decoder. Sarah, last time I tried to decode the bonfire one from yesterday, somebody rudely said, no, it's a comm! Crying face. Kimra, yes, the sum of the negativity on here gets very discouraging at times. Andrea, Phil has encouraged us many, many times to do research, to get caught up. This alone should enable all of us to pump ourselves up and be strong. People forget that this is his chat and he posts things for everyone. He expects us as adults to hold ourselves strong, not healthy to rely on a person for emotional support that we can give ourselves. Not healthy to think a person is delivering you secret messages every day while he asks you to invest with him. That's probably not healthy either, you know? That's probably a little bit out there, if I had to guess. There was a video I wanted to find, if I can. There was a crazy lady that, I don't think I played it on the stream. There's a crazy lady that decoded this one. Let's see. Can I open this in a new tab or something?
And I'm just going to go for it.
Hold on. So pause that for a second. I'll put it right here. The cabin in the Redwoods. This lady. She's a brand new decoder.
Okay, hi guys. This is my very first attempt at a decode. I've never done something like this before and I'm nervous. And I'm just going to go for it.
Imagine for like years, you thought you had insider knowledge and you thought you were the one that was laughing at everybody else. And then boom, one day it all flips and you realize everybody's been making fun of you for fucking years. You've been running around fucking spreading bullshit and everybody thought you were crazy because you fucking were. And you bankrolled somebody from being a criminal in jail with less than $300 in the bank to a multimillionaire. I love how they say you can't make this shit up while they're literally making shit up about a decode. Phil doesn't need our help finding somebody. This means that Nassar is coming. You can't make this shit up. Well, you just did.
I've never done something like this before and I'm nervous. And I'm just going to go for it.
She was talking about anal. Then she comes back and does a decode.
Whatever. So what if I'm wrong? So I first started looking for the guy who supposedly defamed and slandered and libeled Phil. And all of a sudden I just stopped and I realized Phil does not need any of us to find anybody. Never would he need our help in that. He knows how to find people better than we ever could. So then I realized, what does he want us to do? And I've never
better than we ever could
done a decode before.
The old starfish butt kiss.
And I did simple gematria on all of the stuff in his post that I could find. So here's what I found. First and foremost, Phil's got an erection.
Why are you decoding Phil's got an erection? Maybe it was about anal.
First and foremost, Phil's got an erection. When I looked it up, it means transformation. The Republic of America, a heart of pure gold. Then when I looked up
a heart of pure gold and a bloodstream full of Viagra.
Godlewski, or Godlewski, I'm sorry, it equaled Showtime.
Dude, my family's fucking ruthless. I guarantee you, if one of my sisters fell down a goddamn conspiracy hole and started making videos about it, I would be playing it at public events. Like they couldn't go watch their kids play sports because I would have rented out the fucking Jumbotron and playing that motherfucker.
Then QAnon scammer, and it came out to be Ultra MAGA and declassification. Convicted bank fraud equals all surrender for the beginning is near. Who is QAnon? The trumpet of life sounds. And then at PG.
I think a lot of this is they do have doubts, and the only way they could get past those doubts is doing this stupid shit to make themselves feel secure, and then they have to share it to kind of push those doubts down, right? To get rid of them, to make themselves feel more secure in the person they're following.
171701262 equals Kobe. And I believe part of declassification 17012.
Here's what's funny. Numerical digits don't do anything in gematria. Numbers don't give you any return. So she's going to go through this whole a word and a whole list of numbers, which she could have just said the word.
And then at PG 171701262 equals Kobe.
PG equals Kobe is all she had to say.
And I believe part of declassification might be Kobe Bryant, still alive.
Ooh.
We'll see. Sex with a child.
She's decoding sex with a child. Phil's got a massive erection and sex with a child. Come on, lady. Does Phil's penis mole need its own Viagra? I think it's tapped into the blood system. It's big enough now. It's probably got like a main vein running to it.
Equals Donald John Trump Sr. and Jacqueline Kennedy.
Is that not a problem? Sex with a child equals Donald Trump and Jacqueline Kennedy? Is that not a problem, or we just... No, it's good. Okay.
Net worth $50 million. This is a good one. This nation belongs to you. And Hillary emails Epstein flight list. I think it's gonna be exposed. DOB 26/6/1983. BB decided. Maybe that means BB had a choice.
When they say BB,
choice.
they're talking about they spell it BB like the two letters, but it's BB Netanyahu usually.
Social Security number 171701262 equals huge. Independence, thank God, and the bridge. Remember when Donald John Trump said a lot of bad and ugly buildings are going to have to come down? Well, that's one of them. And then driver 264-68953 equals game over, Joseph Biden. So that's my thoughts.
That's her thoughts. She knows it. That's her thoughts. Hop in line, motherfuckers. She's got all the thoughts for you. This bitch is, oh God, she's crazy.
So normally I don't.
She's so crazy. Who's letting their grandma do this shit? Who? I think we've already covered this guy. We've already covered this guy, Hatchie County. He was the one that was on with ML. Somebody else asked me about him the other day, too. I think the reason his account looks so new, it's only been posted for a week, is because other people are doing it, or maybe he's getting banned and opening new accounts. But yeah, he was on with the cocaine guy, ML, Mark Lester Castor. I just went and checked to make sure it's the same guy, but it is. Let me see here. Hold on, chat. I'll show you. It don't hurt to fucking watch it. This is a video we haven't seen, but it is the same guy. Oh, come on, reconnect, you stupid piece of shit. Okay, there he goes.
The name given to me by my mother and father, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. The name given to me by our federal government agents, David Keith Quigley. All the childhood photos are of me. Please check them out. All of them. I was replaced at the age 9-10 years old. Federal government gave me the name David Keith Quigley. I am exposing the biggest crime ring this world has ever seen. Identity theft, it's huge. It runs the United States of America. This is me as a child. This was made for me and sent to me. This is me as a child. Look at the childhood photos. Any of them. There are hundreds and hundreds. I was loved by many. I was replaced right in front of the whole world. This is me now. Right here. Look at this big old fat earlobe. See that? That's me. Me as a child. Me now. Me as a child. The man that replaced me. The man that the whole world knew. Look at that ear. Look at this ear. That's me as a child. That's me now. That was the man that replaced
Research the ears.
I am just one example of many. One of many. People like this right here.
I love the way his audio buzzes and
God
hums.
bless you. This is not misinformation. This is fact, 100% truth. Justice for John 24 is justice for all of us. Let's spread the word. Thank you for all your prayers, your shares, your loves, and your light. Stolen identity, unveiling the real John Kennedy Jr.
So, yeah, ML had this guy on, and then the next show he did, he's like, well, we don't have to believe everybody. I just thought it was good to show you guys. I don't even think he believes him anymore.
Peace out. Much love, much respect.
It was the worst interview ever. The guy, the ML's like, so you said you served in the military. What branch did you serve in? He's like, I didn't actually serve in the military. What they did was they took me around to every military special forces, and I did 2 weeks of training with them. And I think that was to get me to understand how the military works and respect the military for when I become president. What? Anyways. Bill has encouraged many of us many times to do the research to get caught up. This alone should enable all of us to pump ourselves up and be strong. This is from Andrea. People forget, this is where I left off. People forget that this is his chat and he posts things for everyone. He expects us as adults to hold ourselves strong, not healthy to rely on a person for emotional support that we can give ourselves. Teeps. Then he should have said it's not a calm. We've been told everything is a calm. Cindy. I have a very rich sister-in-law. She brags about their lake house, trips to Italy, Venice, etc. We and our family are sick of her bragging and showing pics to the point of not wanting to talk to her. In my opinion, it's not the fact that she travels and has money. It's the fact that she brags and puts it in our face. I finally made a statement to her knowing she took the J. I have never seen a armored car in a funeral procession. Meaning if she dies, she can't take it with her. Also, what did God say about the love of money? Deb, you sound like a spoiled child. Ooh, Mona. Sure does. Phil worked hard and ain't earned every single penny he has. And with him buying real estate as investment, it's what other people have and are doing. People should be happy for him instead of being jealous. I live paycheck to paycheck, and jealousy never once entered my thoughts. I'm very happy for Phil and Carrie. All those people that say we should be happy for him, they'll all change their tune when nothing happens. I guarantee you. Eventually, they'll all change their fucking tunes and be like, we paid for this motherfucker to do. We paid for this motherfucker to buy 14 fucking houses. Boxer Mom, you heard how much he makes just from locals a month in his deposition he posted, right? Hard work indeed. Ultra Michelle, Patience. Don't be jealous. Instead, research on what you can do to help this movement. You know, like Phil has. Jacqueline, I personally think there's something more to it than what it seems. I do not think he owns all those properties. There's a reason for everything he does. You can't think surface level. You have to think deep. Mitch, we're never going to see a change in this world. Why? Because a lot of you are still mean-spirited. You're quick to defend Phil, but even quicker to rip a fellow patriot to shreds for voicing their opinion. Why don't we lift each other up instead of tearing each other down? Maryland, I agree. So remember how he bought a house in Hawaii and then Lahana happened? And now Brad has just put out that Maria Zach video about what happened regarding the U.S. and other countries, stolen election in Italy. Maybe we should keep our eyes on Italy. So this is talking about, if you go to Twitter right now and search Italygate, they've rehashed all these. Remember right after the election when they were like, oh my God, this plane is coming from Italy with this guy who's going to testify that Italy hijacked satellites and changed the votes. They're just rolling that one back in. It's the same exact conspiracy theory, same people involved, same satellites, same people, same fucking everything's happening. They're just making it new again. Mitch, why do my posts keep disappearing? FH, I'm not jealous. We have a perfectly fine paid-off house, condo rental, and 2 cars. But it would be nice to hear from him a bit more. Teeps. That Maria video was up on Fritter last week. I'm guessing nothing came of it. That's exactly right. Nothing came of it. Sue, by the way, Phil's sharing it now. The Italy Gate stuff. Now Phil's sharing it. Just imagine, ML brought us the real JFK Jr. just a few days ago, and Jaco bought us the real shooter. Amazing. Yeah. They should bring them in to meet and let them box or something. Celebrity death match. Guys, if you want to contribute to the show, do that at coldbeer.fund. I know it's Christmas time or you're coming close to the holidays and stuff, and money's a little bit tighter. So if you can donate, that's awesome. If you can't, that's all right. But that's donations have been down. We got Christmas and stuff coming up too. So if you can help us out, that'd be great. And if you can't, I understand completely. Just wanted to shout it out. Go to coldbeer.fund, or better yet, go to buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer. Mitch, okay, let's try this again. We're never going to get where we are supposed to be because some on here are still mean-spirited, quick to defend some, but quicker to tear others down. Sue, I wonder if it's a troll to the deep state. A rural cabin in the woods seems like a good spot for some nefarious activity, just like Trump pushes these players into the spotlight. I wonder if these properties are pushed into the spotlight because of previous D's activity. I think she's trying to say deep state. Well, sorry to say, this is from FH. Well, sorry to say, but those who paid attention right after the election already know all she testified about from 1 week after the election. She even circulated a letter that was sent to Congress, I think. No one paid any attention to it. It's a big deal, but after SCOTUS yesterday, I don't think anyone will do anything about it. So, again, the lady that testified about the Italy shit, or at least this video they got. I got it here, right here, I think. Yeah, it's this video.
On to our presentation from Maria Zach.
This all happened right after the election. Right after the election, and nothing happened from it because none of it's real. Phil's also sharing a TikTok video of a woman who claims that Wells Fargo shut down her savings account and said it didn't exist, blah, blah, blah. I think she's lying. Wells Fargo said it never existed. It's been shut down since not that it never existed. It's been shut down since 2018. They asked her to produce a single statement from it, and she's like, I can't. They're all online. But Wells Fargo sends you emails that says, hey, your e-statement's ready, your paperless statement's ready. You can view it here for your savings account, for your checking account, for your home loan, for whatever. She can't produce those either. She claims that she just checked it just the other day, which actually means she checked it in July. So apparently she doesn't check it that often or know much about it, but she claims she checked it in July and it was still there. And her life savings just disappeared because they shut down her account. I think she's lying. I think she's fucking lying. I don't think that they just fucking deleted it accidentally and they're like, fuck you, it was shut down in 2018.
Go ahead. Good morning. I'm Maria Zach from Nations in Action, and we are...
And that's the only video she's ever made on her social media account are about her Wells Fargo account just disappearing. That's the only video she's ever made. She's got 4 videos, millions of views, and that's the only one she has.
Organization that's devoted to transparent government, transformative politicians, trustworthy parties, and truthful media. The Italian Secret Service actually received information from Arturo's girlfriend, he considers wife because they've been together so long. Her uncle is part of the Italian intelligence services. She said, Uncle, Arturo came home and said he doesn't understand why we're stealing America's election. They immediately go to Leonardo and investigate. Arturo confesses. The Italian intelligence services reach out to us November 18th. They said something happened. We're watching a coup d'etat in the United States of America. They were fearful of meeting with anyone. There were 2 affidavits that were delivered into Congress, and they were delivered from Italian citizens that contacted us. Intelligence agencies had been trying to reach out because their country had already fallen. And that is what is happening around the world. The intelligence agencies are...
So Italy had already fallen, and they were trying to reach to save us from our rigged elections. This doesn't even fit their narrative. Remember? Their narrative is every country's already capitulated. So how has Italy already fallen?
Watching corruption and China come in to their countries and buying off politicians and hiding things and using fraud to do amazing efforts to take over and own property and, in some instances, countries. So today I'm going to play for you an audio tape that should shock you all. It'll shock America. This is the first place I have chosen to testify in. I could walk into any state. I know my way around. We've already proven my credentials. I know government affairs. I can walk in. And when I play this for you, why Kansas? Because Kansas was a pro-Trump victor of electors. But I would argue you don't know. You do not know the real result of your election. You also probably have not been made aware of what was occurring in Italy. Leonardo, the defense contracting firm, had some strange occurrences happening with people coming in and out that
There is no satellite that can just float over and change fucking votes in tabulators or in the machines or what. They haven't explained how this satellite in space targets election counting machines and flips votes from one to the other. They haven't explained any of that.
Intelligence services witness of people coming from Frankfurt into the Italian U.S. embassy in Rome on Via Veneto. This instance enabled individuals to come forward and supposedly, according to the Italian intelligence services, work with Leonardo to change the results of the United States election. But more frightening is that they claim there were...
The only thing I can say that why this is going viral again, I don't think she even shared it. I think the other truthers are running out of shit to talk about.
47 to 52 presidential elections around the world, and they now have telemetry experts, over 200, that speak foreign languages that are all different. So what you are dealing with is a very calculated attempt to take down presidencies and control countries. So this audio that I'm about to play for you is from an individual who was a member of the CIA and the State Department. His name is Larry Johnson. Many of you may not know, but I am the person not only who hand-delivered that letter to Donald Trump on Christmas Eve in 2020, telling him who stole the election, where they stole it, and how they stole it. And my number one goal was to bring back one of the people who was in the satellite center. His name is Arturo Delia. My goal was to rescue him and bring him over to America because he was willing to testify. There were people that would not assist, that I thought would assist, but what was most shocking was this voice recording that I will play now.
Maria, hi, Larry Johnson. We spoke yesterday. Listen, I needed to see if you would help us get in touch with the lawyer, because after you talked to him yesterday, he went missing. We have people in Italy now and are ready to have the person that's in jail. We've got a national security team that can extradite him and bring him back safely to the United States. So that's already lined up. There's no need for an airplane, because the airplane can be provided and witness protection provided. If you can call me at your convenience, 301-442-5957.
That's our United States government, supposedly, national security, that are going to go rescue Arturo Delia. Anyone know about that? Probably not. Anyone? Because most Americans had this truth hidden from them, that there was an operation, supposedly, but the number one thing that they were looking for in the beginning.
Larry Johnson doesn't even work at the CIA, by the way. I know she's got him listed as CIA. Larry Johnson fucking retired in like 93. So this is not the CIA and State Department solution. This is, if this is even Larry Johnson, he retired in 1993 or 1998 or something like that.
Beginning of that message was where the lawyers were and the people who did the affidavits who were being hunted to be killed. These are brave people around the world that are trying to tell the truth and having great difficulty with the United States government apparatus. Telling the truth is not easy, and people are risking their lives. So that was the transcript. So you ask, okay, what proof is there? Well, I would definitely consider that, sir, Mr. Chairman and members. That is called proof. That needs an investigation. Where is our law enforcement? It should be at the local, state, and federal levels immediately to investigate Larry Johnson and the activities that he did in the United States.
Yeah, and she's listing him as CIA. I think that's disingenuous from the start. Oh, we have the State Department's ready to. That could be anybody on that fucking voicemail saying his name. First of all, second of all, he retired decades ago.
During this whole event. You know, everyone says if you see something, say something, right? We're all supposed to see something, say something, and then what happens? You get blasted. We had patterns of illegal activity across the country. We had people not matching signatures on the ballot.
The only reason I know this is because I had to pull all this shit up. He runs a bunch of that Larry guy runs a bunch of like consulting companies, and he started a bunch of stuff where he was an analyst for like 20 years at the CIA, but he's not with the CIA anymore at all. So for her just to list him as CIA is pretty disingenuous.
We had witnesses galore filling out affidavits. I'm so proud of the team at Nations in Action because they filed many, many, many affidavits. They saw.
Yeah, you know, Trump was just telling people, Trump and Giuliani and fucking what's her name with the Kraken? They were just telling people to fill out. They were just telling people to fill out affidavits. Oh, you probably saw something. It was probably suspicious. Fill it out. Fill it out. Fill it out.
All the computers actually online and there were photographs. So if anyone says the machines weren't online, that is false. So these witnesses that have come forward have also identified over 35,000 illegal cross-county.
You remember all the people that showed up to testify, and there were so many, like the Senate couldn't even listen to them because they were just like, I was there, and while I was there, there was somebody that was mean to me, and I think there was a Democrat. You know, it was so stupid watching it all unfold.
Voting just in Georgia alone, and that relates to President Trump's talk with Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, where he was saying, I know that there are votes there that were illegally cast. He was right. He is actually vindicated in the proof today because
Probably, Jim.
with the state documents and the U.S. Postal Service feed shows that these people did not live where they actually voted. Those votes should have never been counted. Now we have illegal votes that are cast using fake residences and business addresses, photocopied identical ballots and stacks fed into tabulated.
So anyways, this is all going again. If you want to see more of it, go to Twitter and type in #ItalyGate. There's even an ItalyGate page, but it's ItalyGate. It's all this shit, all these documents, all these reports, all this shit that doesn't mean anything. It's just somebody's claim. Let's go back. To the dramatic reading. Hold on. Well, sorry to say, but those who paid attention right after the election already know she testified about. I just read that one. SCOTUS yesterday, and you want to do anything about it? Sue, being in the thick of this war, Phil deserves downtime too. Everyone does. Rest and a mental reset is necessary so that we can continue this thing called war. Orso Bear. You guys remember who Orso Bear? Do I need to remind you who Orso Bear is? This is Orso Bear. I feel like everybody forgets who she is. So we got to do a recap of who Orso Bear is. This is Orso Bear, our good friend of the show, Orso Bear.
The strong arm of God guides you through. Our founding fathers smiled down on you. You're not lawyers, just men who care about the mess we're in. Pick up the pieces of broken America, put it back together again. Brothers and brothers, every day heroes. Plant a petition and you watched it grow. All the way to the highest court in the land. Whoa, guided by God's.
I don't even have it sped up, but her studio version is like half the speed of her live version. Maybe she had to piss or something. I don't know.
Hear the trumpets play, hear the trumpets sound. Guns and verse of atoms ain't about the right or the left.
Nope.
It's about all of us little people, politicians elect. They grant themselves sovereign immunity. Trample on our sacred constitution, national security. Brothers and brothers, every day heroes. Plant a petition and you watched it grow. All the way to the highest court in the land. Guided by God's strong hand. Your heartbreak, every letter we write. Hope the highest court in the land will do what is right.
I listen to this shit on mushrooms.
Brothers never give up on me or you. And a court so supreme can't give up on us too. Whoa, brothers and brothers, every day heroes. Whoa, plant a petition and you watched it grow.
All right, we'll finish that later. We got to leave a little bit for dessert, okay? So Orso Bear says, I'm poor, but I have free hugs to spare. Hugs don't cost anything, but mean everything. Jacqueline, yes, I think you may be onto something. There are probably previously owned cabal homes that got confiscated through Executive Orders 13818 or 13848 that are being given to Phil now. Stryker says, Orso, great to see you. Wolfie Huggles. Tell me you've never been laid without telling me you've never been laid. J.E., this has turned into a game of Clue when it's really not a game at all. It's keeping people busy and distracted. I would love to know the last calm that meant or led to anything. Karen Zarnowski says, sending you a hug back, Sue. That's kind of what I've been thinking. Stryker, for those of you being discouraged, you're missing some important comms. Hint! What's not included at that location he posted today? Stop looking at what you think and start thinking about what he is telling you without speaking to you. This is how you learn, aka sure, you have what he doesn't. Cause with what's coming, you're gonna need it. M. Teep says, I agree. I personally don't have time to decode comms. I'm too busy working for the cabal. That said, That said, some said it had to do with his T-shirt company dropping him and giving him money back. So I guess not a com? Sarah, none come to mind. Striker, then you're already defeated. That makes sense. Any idea why Phil is silent? Says Deborah. Grammy K says he's under an NDA. Wolfie Huggles. That's right. Huggles. Sharon. W-E-R. A demanding mistress. W-E-R. All cap. A-R-E. All capitalized. W-E space. A-R-E, all capitalized. Then it says, a demanding mistress. Jeanne says, it is odd, no doubt. I just pray it's soon. Birdie or bust. Most intel is quiet at present. I take it as a good sign myself. Tyler Durden. No news is good news. Biden, the 2020 and 2022 election results will be gone soon. Let's take care of our families and ourselves. Many of them will be turning to us to explain, and we shouldn't gloat about being right. Michelle. He said, yeah, but the W-E and A-R-E are on two different lines. So it's W-E capitalized, and then space A-R-E capitalized, and then they hit enter. And then it says, a demanding mistress. It was very weird. Michelle. He said he would be quiet when we got close, I think. Hopefully it's quiet before the storm. We can all pray so. Anyar. I always say a quiet Phil is a busy Phil. Plus he has 2 families in 2 states, several businesses, and all of this. I'm tired just thinking about it. Besides that, it's very quiet everywhere, which means big things are happening. Linda M. He's busy with family and helping the White Hats. Also, NDAs at certain times. It's all good. It's all good. Lisa. I think her name's Lisa Fuckery. Fackery? Come on, fucker. F-A-K-O-U-R-Y. First off, we don't know that's the reason he went ghost. Secondly, even if true, he can still say, hey, what's up, everyone? I'm here and doing okay. Susan, he's usually traveling when he gets silent. Maybe working? Sharon, he's busy doing his next money-making scheme and renting his houses. Ooh, Sharon. Benson, while we also are busy running our businesses and supporting our serves. It's what we all have to do, continue to live. This plan doesn't change that. Why would you begrudge his businesses? How about all of our businesses? Should we stop making money and just sit around wringing our hands? Damn. Sharon, I'm not begrudging him anything. He uses how many millions of people to tell lies to so he can make money off of them. Karen, he is not making anyone buy anything. It's one's choice to either buy or not. Seems this chat is not for you. Imagine if I came to you, if you will. Let's play a game. Imagine I came to you and I convinced you that I am the foremost authority on terminal cancer in the world. You don't need a second opinion. I'm the only person that can do this. I can sense cancer, but just by looking at you. And you're like, oh my God, I got a family history of cancer. You know, that could be bad. I want to go see this guy. And you come to me and I say, okay, well, I'm the cancer expert. And you're like, okay. And I say, you have cancer. You're going to die in 3 months by starving to death because the cancer is going to eat away at all your funds. Your entire family and lineage will be turned to dust because of this insane amount of cancer you have. And you're like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? And I'm like, but for $1,000 cash right now, I'll take it all away and you'll live a long, happy, and prosperous life. And so will all of your family for eternity. And you'll never go through this again. And you choose to pay me. Did I really give you a choice? Did I really give you a choice? Did I really not force you to do anything? Because if you have that $1,000, there's any way you can get it. And you truly believe that. You truly believe that if you give up that $1,000 that you'll get what I said. Did I really give you a choice? I mean, technically I did, right? You can just choose to die and all your family dies and everybody around you dies and there's no fucking lineage and your family name can't be carried on. But is it a choice if no one would ever take the choice? The opposite decision? Of course not. Of course not. He's telling everybody they're going to lose all their money. They're going to be penniless. They're going to be starving. They're going to be dead. They're going to be broke. They're not going to be able to do this. But if they just believe in, follow, and invest with him, all their family will be right. He'll be able to tell, hey, I told you so. Their kids will live a better life. They'll be set up. Everything will be good. And we'll never be in this position again as long as you follow me and send me your money. So really, he's not giving them a choice. There's no choice there. If they believe it. I'm not begrudging anyone. Phil says, fuck bonfire. Someone says, what does this mean? Facebook? Nothing burger about shirt order that got canceled. Great, says. M. Teep says, who knows? Tired of trying to figure stuff out. And even when we think we do, we don't see any results. So why try? Truther seeking justice. Bonfire is a company that Phil used to make the t-shirt merch he sells. They recently kicked him out and is refunding those who purchase shirts. Angie. Nothing. It wasn't a comm. Fran. What did Phil do? Linda. Just about everything at Phil Godlewski shares happens sooner or later, even when we don't get his hints at first. If you are tired of it or don't get it, this is probably not the Telegram site for you. I don't mean in a rude way, but I've been seeing some people complain about Phil. Then why tune in? Angie says, thank you. Angie, another different Angie. No, same Angie with a different profile picture. Says, you're welcome. Is she talking to herself? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Linda says, thank you. Angie says, you're welcome. M. Teep says, to see if anything is happening. Connie says, I'm sorry, Karen says, maybe the dates that the cabin are available are comms. Ellen. Just did gematria on cabin in the woods. Nothing outstanding. I don't know. Mark. Try cabin at the RedWoods. Marcia. Check that low price. $266. A whirl. Or try all capital letters. That's going to change. That's going to change gematria, where A is 1 and Z is 26. Try all capital letters when you type it in. Typed in 266. I don't know. Jewish gematria. Morty. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here, but gematria, I think, is a waste of time. You could literally put in any phrase and come up with something related to this whole situation. And it gets worse. The more they use it, the worse it gets. Because you put in a phrase, it gives you a number. Then that number suggests other phrases with that number. The more clicks they get on a phrase, the higher they're ranked. So if there's a phrase that says like, Trump is the son of God, and there's another one, and that same number also equals Trump is a dirty child molester, the people are going to be clicking on that Trump is the son of God more to see more related things to that. They're going to be clicking on, and he gets higher on the list because they all equal 242 or whatever the number is. It gets higher on the list. So they're making their own list for their own fucking delusions while they're decoding these things. It's wild. M. Teep says, exactly. I could see if it comes up with one word phrase, but you usually get at least 10. Eric. Or if Phil just bought a bed and breakfast and he's advertising about open dates for those interested. Just a thought. Daisy. I was just checking the cabin out on Airbnb. It's definitely a real rental. Perhaps it's a comm additionally somehow, but Phil believes wholeheartedly in placing his investments in property, along with precious metals. Ruby. Maybe the location, the Redwoods, the Grove comes to mind when I saw it. cat. Agree. I don't care personally that he posts them for income, but it does come off as a bad look. So Phil is either a bit unsensitive to this, or there's more to it. Have we been fooled this whole time by him, or do we remember lessons and apply those here? You've been fooled. Daisy. Phil told us 3 years ago there would come a time when he wouldn't and couldn't say much. These are obviously those times. I agree. There are commas in everything he puts out. The rentals probably play a part in that communication effort. I can see why many would think it's insensitive, but let's remember a couple of things. One, Phil has been through so much loss, suffering, and change, just like many on here, and more than most on here. Two, Phil has been passionately attempting to wake up humanity since September of 2001. How many of us can say that the past 22 years we've been at this hardcore? Three, I am not really defending Phil, but I am putting 2 + 2 together, and it does not add up that Phil is controlled ops or a double agent. It does not add up that Roe versus Wade is overturned, massive amounts of earthquakes, almost has to be tunnels being blown up, bricks, gold standard being discussed, banks imploding, truth about C-19, ivermectin, death jabs, all the truth, and now Israel coming to the forefront just after Ukraine, biolabs, exposed, plus tunnels. All of this is just a coincidence? No way! Phil informed us all of Luciferian operations and told us what to look for now. Do Luciferians and Satanists tell us what they are doing before they do it? Yes, they sure do. And that is a bit disconcerting. Hold on. Lost it. And that is a bit disconcerting. Why, yes, it is. But my trust is in Yeshua. And even church and possibly the Bible has been corrupted by evil. But are you not here because God brought you here? And God gave us wisdom and discernment throughout this movement? I think God fucking hates you guys. If God is the person that has given you the ability to see through bullshit, and you're following Phil Godlewski, God fucking hates you. God fucking hates you. It's like God gave you lemons, then squirted them in your fucking eyes and pulled out your colon through your asshole. And then says, get a new God. Like God fucking hates you. God gave us wisdom and discernment throughout this movement, and who is still standing? And whom are they attacking and going after? Phil and Trump and you. Lastly, the greatest disappointment and disservice on this platform are those being bashed for asking hard questions about others. If we are not free to ask questions here, then we've lost the entire war. PP should be able to be scrutinized with the tact and respect, of course. Phil, Brad, Julie, Karen, and in fact, all people bringing info and supposed intel should be questions. We got exactly here by not doing that before. We have learned anyone questioning questions should be questioned. So thankful for this group of strong, critical thinking, beautiful warriors with big hearts, yet standing firm with high perspective and asking tons of questions. We won't be fooled again. We won't be fooled again. Vishnu might be a little better option. Something. Sandy. Yeah, I know people are talking about it, but it was to climb first before it crashes. Because it says, Phil said bank's going down. Wish we had something. Pure blood. We wish, but all is normal. No issues. Sarah. Who said that? Pure blood. Keeps everyone running back for more info. Works every time. Yana, all I can say through all this talk, my bank hasn't had one single issue that I know of. I go and pull money out all the time with no problems. Deposits, etc., all fine. I'm prepared, but I'm not going to freak out about this anymore. Well, even the so-called good guys are taking advantage, and it's plain wrong. That's true. Grammy, yes, Phil may be busy, but he took the time to advertise a rental? Pure blood. Wouldn't that mean that nothing will be happening anytime soon? So tired of these shenanigans. Me too. Anyone on Locals here? Is Phil MIA on Locals as well, or just Telegram? I'm on the Locals Telegram chat. No Phil. John Stanford. Phil has so many business interests, it takes all his time, from lawsuits, plural, to new Airbnbs, t-shirt bands, night vision chainsaws. Oh, that would be awesome. A night vision chainsaw? Night vision chainsaws, 7K, Q streaming, new life-changing deals coming soon, sponsors, family. He is not only one guy. C-Show. Some of these businesses can virtually run themselves once they're set up, and he may have administrative assistants to help him. Just a thought, not saying I'm right. I thought Phil said it would be an interesting week on the banks. I haven't heard too much, having my doubts now, says Patrick. Dan, I don't get it. Ruth Ann, incongruency abounds. Is that secretly Eli? Incongruency abounds. Karen, it's only Tuesday. Don't give up. Lady Jane, I have seen plenty of things going on. SZ, I think when he said that last week, he was letting us know for the future. He never tells us things that happened that week. It's normally weeks or months away, unfortunately. M-Teeps. Then what's the point? Good Lord. SZ. I've been following him going on 4 years now. He's letting us know things that will happen just haven't happened yet. Tracy. This has been said for years. Sharon. He also said within the next 2 or 3 weeks, it would be a landslide for the banks. I never think ahead that everything he says happens exactly on time. He only passes intel when he's allowed. Doesn't mean things can't change. We should all know this by now. He only tells us what he's told to say to us. Tim Marsh. Definitely no sign in the market crashing. Sue. Nope. Popped up really good today. Climbing towards 500. But keep in mind, it can be taken down just as easily. Sherlock. Value your opinion. Do you think we will see any trends other than inflation soon? Phil had said the RV was completed and Nasara had been signed into law or just signed off on, whatever that means. Sue. Just my opinion, and thank you, by the way. I read that Nasara needed to be tweaked to fit the Republic and needed Trump's signature of approval. The rest is up to Trump plus 10. Seriously, no one else has the answers. Sherlock. Thank you. Sue, you're welcome. Just my 2 cents. That isn't even worth that. Sherlock. I think our comments are well thought out and based on what you know. Not exaggerated. Thanks. Kim B. It doesn't seem like Phil thinks house prices will tank since he's investing a lot of his money into real estate. Jan, I've been curious also as why he says buy real estate if house prices are going to go to the 1950s prices. Makes no sense to me. He didn't say dollars. He didn't say dollars. Think about it. Kim says exactly what I've wondered. Jeffrey Post. I think Phil is just buying assets to protect money he had in his banks or brokerage accounts. He is young, so he can ride real estate through a decline. He's not that young. Gina Faye. He's also buying them to make money as Airbnb rentals now. Diane. Safe place to park your money even if homes go to 1950s value. The homes will retain value in relation to monetary value. Gold back. For instance, in 1950s, $100 would buy you way more groceries than it does now. Way more. One needs a safe place to put one's savings and earnings, right? Intuitive Medium. We will go back to all pricing in the 50s. Agree. Always good to be safe. Kim B. I see that. But that doesn't make up for a huge loss in value. So I'm guessing housing will not drop a lot in value like we think. Right. So she's trying to say he's putting $200,000 in or $500,000 in a home, $1.8 million in a home. If it goes down to from 1.8 million to 500,000, just because milk 500,000 gets you a lot more doesn't mean he's got that all back. He said doll hairs. The Chinese dragon family. Jan, that makes sense. Gynefae. I'm sorry, you put a question out there. I was just responding with a tidbit that I knew about. Not sure why the snarky response. I thought it was a conversation. There's thousands of people on here. I can't keep track of who knows what. It was snarky because she said, I see that, but that doesn't make up for a huge loss in value. So I'm guessing housing will not drop a lot in value like we think. Don't be snarky, you dumb cunt. Anna Marie. General theme. No, it all snarky responses. It's who Phil attracts for some reason. Jonna Faye. She edited it and took the snark out now without saying anything to me, like apologizing for it. Paula says, another beautiful home for rent. Happy for Phil during his rough time for most. Can't afford a vacation. Rather pay utilities and buy groceries. Patty. I'm an Airbnb host, but it's just a bedroom in my home. Airbnb is a big financial trouble. Many homes were bought in hopes of making lots of money, but we know what is happening to the housing market and people don't have as much money for vacations. Lynn Alexander. Yes, but they will. Nasara. Gaydon. Whatever happened to the Q phones? Phil said that they were coming out 2 years ago. Louis. The common phrase, it will eventually happen, lol. Annie, seems like we've been given a lot of empty promises. It's true until those so-called promises manifest in public domain. Well, I got my, Janice, I got my Social Security today. There's no added money to it. I'm getting tired of being strung along and being told lies after lies after lies, just like the Democrats do. Billy, a vacation at the cabin in the woods might be what you need. Billy Madison says, Billy Madison responds to this bitch and says, maybe you need a vacation in the Redwoods if you're mad about your Social Security.
Good job, Billy. I like that.
Sue, no increases will be in effect until NASARA is publicly announced, except for the 3.2 increase that goes into effect in January. CC, not sure what you were told, so sorry you're disappointed. I know we are to get a small percentage more, but that increase comes in January. Unfortunately, we still have to accept what the corrupt government does. Soon that will change. God is in control, and I look forward to the day our Creator changes things. Love and light to you. Claudia, stop paying attention to the people passing this info around. In my opinion, none of these increases will take effect until DJT is back on the scene. Well, then stop paying attention to Phil. He's the one who said it, you dumb fucks. He said NASARA was in effect, and when he went over the NASARA things, he said veterans and elderly were getting more money, a lot more. Freedom Hut, you will see the slight increase in Jan and then another increase by 2025. Gullet, you all will have to forgive me today. I'm a bit somber and disgruntled. I received a call from our daughter asking if we could help her buy Christmas for our grandkids. They are struggling as many are. We have 12 grandkids, and goddamn, tell her to stop fucking. We have 12 grandkids, and we are not now trying to fund out how to fit this extra request into our budget. It's very hard, and I get down when I see a rental being offered when we need other things. We live in the real world here. Rachel, I'm sorry to hear about the struggles your family is going through. Things are hard and not much of a light at the end of the tunnel yet. Does your family with kids have any community food banks? I ask this because some of them offer other help too, like Thanksgiving meals and Christmas giving. We have one in Tucson, Arizona. As far as Phil's rental, it might be legit, but there's probably also some kind of calm behind it. He almost never posts odd things like that on his information page unless it's a calm. May you all be well. He also said in one of his last lives that he and Carrie will be giving out $100,000 for people who are struggling. Maybe you could be one of the followers who can benefit from their giveaway, says Allison. Katie says, explain to her you just don't have it right now. Kids are resilient and will be fine without more stuff. Yeah, fuck those kids Christmas. Little fucking parasites. Phil and Carrie are getting on with their lives. Sue, as we all should, live life and enjoy the small stuff. Enjoy family and friends. Is a multi-million-dollar cabin in Redwoods, California, is that the small stuff? Enjoy family and friends in the sunrise or sunset, whatever brings you joy. Billy, how can you just compartmentalize all that we've learned over the years and just go on about your day? This is an unbelievable, ridiculous statement. Robin, well put. So many are twiddling their fingers waiting. I have been guilty myself at times. Time is passing, so do all you can. Hello, everyone. What's new today? Jeffrey says. Sue, not much. This Sue Ring King is fucking a psycho. A full-blown Kool-Aid drinker. Sharon, oh, just silver going up and a government shutdown on the 17th. Oh, yeah, and a possible FF if protest gatherings of the past are any indication. Natalie, remember yesterday? The same thing. Nothing. What's going on today? What's new today? Remember yesterday? The same thing. Nothing. Sue, silver is up 0.68% today to 23.20. Most of y'all bought it at 28, you fucking retards. No monumental move that I have seen. We will see if the government actually shuts down on the 17th. Dates come and go. And FF happen all of the time. I'm not intending to be negative at all. Just in my opinion, there really isn't much going on yet. We may see something any day, but no one has the answers to the timing except Trump plus 10. So let the world together the world watches and waits. Got it. I feel like lately nothing happening is the new norm, says Jeff. Natalie, that's about it. Claudia, this is the calm before the storm. Billy, but some regional branches are closing. Hunter's laptop is mainstream, even though nothing today has been done about it. The 2020 election was overturned. Oh, for some reason, this will never be mentioned in the light of day. What do you mean nothing is happening? That was Billy again. Sharon, true, but it is beginning, and the government has announced it. So it's silver's beginning to rise. It's up 0.68%, and that's the beginning. M. Teep says, maybe it's the 10 days of darkness. Sue says, we will definitely find out. I don't see the government officially announcing to the world that they are shutting down on the 17th. A few days will tell what will happen in between. Sharon, they do it all the time. I don't see it different from their other closings as far as the public perception of it, but it might be more meaningful. Sorry, just a second. Oh, no. Oh, okay. 5 hours ago, the House passed a bill to avert the government shutdown, and now it moves to the Senate. Here's what you should know. 5 hours ago, they put in another stopgap bill. The Freedom Caucus was holding up the stopgap bill in the House, but they decided to lay off and let it go. That's what I was just checking on to see if they passed the bill or not. Sharon, Sue. We will definitely find out. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. What would be meaningful would be to crash the propped up stock market. Sharon, agreed. So someone, that doesn't say their name, LF. Bill and Carrie have a new B&B for rent. Marcia, it's a calm. Check out that ridiculous low price for a place like that. Check with the G chart people. The gematria, I guess. #266. It's not a comm, it's a vacation rental. The OG mod from Godlewski group chat says it's not a comm, it's a vacation rental. Lisa, not everything is a comm. Phil and Carrie have been buying houses for rentals. They were recently out there and loved it. I don't think $266 a night is, I mean, not that fucking cheap. It's what, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths? I mean, it's not that cheap, and it's kind of like a rural thing, right? It's not like near any major cities or anything. I think that Phil is the OG mod. Yeah, he might be. Pat says, mod said it wasn't a comm. He is just letting people know he has a bed and breakfast to rent. Melissa, has anyone heard of the banks collapsing lately? Natalie, nope. Rebecca, yes, citizens and others. Also, we need to watch globally. Melissa, me either. I thought Phil said we'd start to see banking starting to collapse crazy starting last week. Did I mishear that? Natalie, no, you didn't. I heard the same thing. It was going to be a big week last week, but I didn't see or hear of anything big happening. Because it didn't. Kathleen, he said last week would be huge with banking failures, but nothing changed. Kim B, years of this week will be big. Darren, be careful what you wish for. When you lose a bank, maybe yours or mine, do you realize how complicated they've made it to change banks? Switching bank accounts, debit and credit cards, online bill pay, etc. will not be like a walk in the park like they think. Switching banks is easy as fuck. If you're at the point to where you couldn't fathom how difficult it'll be to switch a bank, you probably don't need a bank account. You probably don't need to fucking be sucking up my oxygen. I know it might be aggravating or it might be frustrating because all your bills are already on auto pay. But if you can't fathom, it's maybe so difficult you can't even understand it, then you probably don't need to be on the earth anymore. Just waiting to get your new cards could take a week or two. How are you going to eat, cash checks, buy gas, and pay for your kids' school lunches? Switching all of your employer information to your new bank? All kinds of a mess to think about. Damn. Iona. No, he did say that. Unfortunately, the powers that be decided differently. Again. So how many friggin' moves until checkmate? I thought the Black Hats have no more moves, and we have a few to get them into checkmate. If they are not careful, instead, if checkmate, it can become a stalemate. Then what? Good job, Iona. I was waiting for that. All right, here's the last set we're going to read, okay? Phil's chat mad at him.
I think it's good to see some of them finally mad at him. Todd Weaver.
I've seen several posts on Phil's posts about renting him and Carrie's Airbnb. At the time of the greatest event, the greatest story ever told in our lifetime, do you really think he's trying to rent these properties? Or do you think it's just maybe something else? A sign of time soon to be had? Or just telling us to relax, things are in control and soon we'll see? I also think locations matter. Isn't G coming to California? Bobby. My opinion is he's bringing attention for a reason now. If I was just smart enough to figure it out. Doreen. Yes, they are cleaning up San Francisco for an Asian event. Maybe G? I don't know. I thought Joe was going to see G like Gavin. I live in Southern California. Head has been swiveling for a while. Todd Weaver. Me too. Hey, y'all, what does it mean when Phil posts an exotic house for rent? This is this is a location that's being cleaned out or is already clean? Phil Godlewski group chat, 3.0 senior mod. It means he has a vacation rental available. Tina, I think it means he liked the place and decided to invest in the property there. Nothing more. Karen, wondering why the relevance is then most everything he does is a comm. ENV, please provide your justification. Just curious for your point of view. Marcia, what got me thinking is that ridiculous low price per night. Look that up in Gematria, huh? Greg, he purchased a rental property. Could be a message, but I think it's just a property. Dig and let us know your findings. Sue T, great question. I've noticed when he posts these, something or big news happens soon after, like Maui and Italy. Let's just pay attention and stay aware. And Willie Smith coming in saying, this shit is getting old. After dropping the Nasara bomb, Phil has gone dark again. I don't need him every day. I don't need him to do a live with no intel. But don't tell us 2 weeks ago you are going to start having lives more often as we get closer. I'm really interested in his reply to that lady who challenged him on the Nasara news he broke. Michelle. Well, Phil posted 2 of her posts on his channel with no comment. He has done this with many truthers over the time, opening more outlets of information. Tina, I don't think he needs to have a reply to her. She gave her thoughts. She has zero intel. All she has is her own gut feeling. She is entitled to her own opinion like everyone else. She is good at decode, but she has zero intel. Rye, why are they closing? None in my area. Intuitive meeting. We will go back to the pricing in the 50s, but agree. Always good to be safe. And then Captain Falcon. Remember this time, remember last year this time, Phil's intel was this won't last past Christmas. Time flies, doesn't it? 2024 is going to be amazing and full of fake dates to chase. Purple Scrubs. What the fuck is a vacation? ETA, I'm sassy today. I should stay off here. Waiting and waiting on hearing from Phil. First thing we get is another home and wanting us to rent. Probably intel in that post, just disappointed, which comes from my living experiences. Proud for you, Phil, and God bless. Tracy. It reminds me of his live where he said some white hats have been paid off with wealth and property. Hope we aren't being played here. That makes sense. So I'm hearing a lot of banks are collapsing, saying, get your money out of them, really. I mean, when people see this market up, ain't nobody doing nothing. Billy Madison. A couple of regional bank branches closing is a lot. Rye. Where are they closing? None in my area. And then somebody shares a screenshot that says, as bank customers move online and make fewer trips to their local branches, many national financial institutions are closing down locations. This is not a new trend. Insider Intelligence reported that between 2017 and 2021, 9% of all branches, around 7,000 locations, shut their doors due to online banking. So that supports your position. On Fox, they are saying government shutdown and Biden, get him out of there. So we are close. MK says, haha, this is not a new trend. Sandy Bozeman. All big banks is said. I mean, Truist is still open and PNC is too, so I don't know. Heard energy prices is why the market's up. Billy Madison. It's been hashtag soon for 7+ years. Diana. A lot of branches have closed throughout California. Rye. I think it's an overstatement. We use 2 large banks and they are fine. Who knows? Kelly. We are with the credit union, and if they're closing down banks, why are they remodeling our bank? Just put in a new machines outside so you can deal with a live person for whatever your needs. Don't see any banks here shutting down. Sarah. Very confusing to me. Sandy Bozeman. A lot of small banks are fine if they are Basel IV compliant, then they are in the new system is why. We ain't trying to rent no cabin. We trying to get to the next phase. Captain Falcon. Don't be selfish. Just give Phil all your money. Captain Falcon's funny over there. Don't be selfish. Just give Phil all your money. Kevin. Be nice. Love USA 2. Tag the mods, of course. Cindy, most of us are trying just to survive. Can do. I'm sure this is a comm waiting for someone to decode it. Dina, exactly. Joe, well, I don't know what is going on with all of Phil's rental properties. Must be something to it we're not catching. I don't think he would be that insensitive to our situation. I don't know. Just doesn't seem like Phil. Cassandra, yeah, sure hope so, because his timing for advertising would be insensitive, and we know Phil is better than that. He never has been before. Sandy, we do? Question mark. Nunya, I think it's hilarious that you think Phil cares about anyone but himself. If he truly cared, he wouldn't be trying to take people's monies. Cassandra, benefit of the doubt, maybe? Sandy, has happened too many times, seemingly insensitive to his followers who are struggling. My opinion, which I'm entitled to. And I think that's where we'd leave it. Damn, that was a bunch. I don't know where we're at in it. I think, did we make it all? No, there's no way we made it all the way through. Where they start over one. What the fuck? Hold on, let me see the last one here. No, they just start over. She must send a group of them twice or multiple times or something. Because I see that same red circle 4 fucking times. I don't know how many times she uploaded it. Quite disappointed today. I was at the Capitol building doing a tour and everything looks normal here. I didn't see any military anywhere. Please explain, because I'm starting to lose hope here. What are all these red circles? Are we done? Have we been played? Will anything ever happen? I hate being mocked by the general public and my family for wholeheartedly standing up for all of this. For Trump, for children being saved, for our rights being protected, all for nothing, it feels like. The goalpost never starts moving. Swings keep missing. And sooner than later, 2024 will be here and none of us will truly ever know because they'll just blend it into another timeline that will magically become Election Day 2024. I think that's the real problem. They're blending our timelines, guys. Nope, Phil is just out living life. So follow his lead and stop sitting around waiting for something big to happen. When it happens, so be it. Go live life. I would have missed out on several trips and weekend getaways the past 3 years if I had sat in the house waiting for the big event. Ran over. Damn, Wendy. Maybe some people don't have money to go live life. Sure, I can form any impression I want knowing that a good portion of his money is made off his followers and some of his followers are hurting now. He has reached a level of tone deafness that should not be attainable by sentient beings. Thank you, Barbara. Sounds like you got a thesaurus coming for Christmas. That was a good one. Oh, Barb. I just read that one. Quite disappointed today. I was at the Capitol building. I just read that one too. Damn it. Mariah, what are you doing to me? Set me up for failure. We'll leave it there. Well, let's see what the last one says. Maybe you should check out my website called Deep State Mapping Project on Rumble. The corruption is deep and wide. Correction, not my website. Typo, but great resource. Someone said, I don't know if I've been following that long. And then the meme is, it's been a while. It has been a while, chat. It's been a while for Phil lying, for Phil grifting, for Phil making money. He's always quick to post his money-making ventures, even when he won't even comment and even when he won't fucking comment and tell his followers what's going on. He's always quick to post those money-making ventures. Too quick. Too quick. I got a cabin. I got oceanfront cabin that I'll sell you. Harry and I are happy to rent it out. Happy. Oh my God. Is that Oliver's mom's dick? Hold on. What you packing down here, Oliver's mom? Big ass dick with that big ass nose. What is laying up against your leg here? Anyways. Thanks for joining us. Don't do anything Oliver's mom's dick would do. If you appreciate the show, think we deserve it. Guys, leave a donation. Contribute to the show at coldbeer.fund. I would greatly appreciate it. I understand Christmas time's coming up. We're just trying to keep the show running, pay some bills. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, don't do anything Oliver's mom's dick would do, and I'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good night. I'm going to have a mushroom update the next couple of days on TikTok probably, and maybe even bring them on here. And I just use my phone as my secondary camera. But there's a lot of growth going on in the Petri dishes. Plus, I'm hoping in the next day or two, I'll have something in those little bread pans, at least visible. Right now, it's below the dirt, so you can't really see it. So I'm hoping the next couple of days we'll have an update. Derek Johnson will be at the Mobile, Alabama library tomorrow, what the fuck ever. Teaching kids about constitutional laws, and hopefully no one questions him because he's going to be like, you want my fucking Rumble channel? Fucking take it, Timmy. Thank you, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show, you don't have the forking balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the forking balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit.
Where my true believer?
Y'all need Jesus.
Praise the Lord, head to the extreme.
All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fucking meat hammers like fool in a thong. He's strapped to the shaft, eating his chest like he's King Kong. Starving for attention, I'ma make your gut burst. I'll be your huckleberry, I can quench that thirst.
Baby eating lizard people, alien sex.
What's next? Trump in a dress, fucking Flynn on his desk. A retard in a vest, climbing up 5G towers. Cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the best, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up.
Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Go to support the show while we're offline. Go to coldbeer.fund or buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer. Help us out during the holiday season. If you feel like it, if you can afford it. I know there's plenty of people who can't. We greatly appreciate it. See you guys on the next one.
The legend Jason Q's bedroom. Open his closet, I found some of his meat.